I'm following some maps you had found. You made your way towards a small archipelago to the northwest of Strifewater Sea, near the border between. I guess I should pull up the world map and actually look. Near the border between the Ravam remnants and the Vudaborg clans. There, you spotted some small tribal villages on some of these islands, and you made landfall at Kirikuka. And kind of, made some nice friendly contact there. And they told you a bit about the area, including some annoying pirates off to the west. And apocalyptic magic evil shit going on the island. And then you decided to go west, towards where you thought you might find a pirate anchorage. And you did. Seeing a half dozen kind of straw huts with a palisade wall around it ensconced on the shore. And you then decided to commence your amphibious assault on these poor partying pirates and laid them all to waste. And that's where we find you guys. Standing there. A couple of, the huts have their doors ajar. One you can see has a little bit of smoke rising from it. You also notice that Twidget is not present with the party.
What?
Twidget isn't
I
here.
stabilized.
I begin searching for the child. And fucking murk these pirates again if they kill Twidget.
I also search.
Alright, well, give me an investigation check.
Damn will. Yee. 1 second. Alright.
I can't even help you with that. I can do that, though.
What's that?
I can give you guidance.
Second wind.
Alright. So, Duodesis, you conclude that, being Twidget, going towards the hut that's on fire is probably where he probably is. And when you go in there, you see a bunch of dead people. You also see an unconscious Twidget on the floor. And as you move up and begin approaching Twidget, you can also tell that one of the prisoners here that had been captured by the pirates is still alive.
How still alive?
He's unconscious but stable looking.
I acquire both Twidget and the prisoner.
Okay.
Prisoner? We taking prisoners?
Alright, you drag him out of the hut into the bright sunny day. Bit of a chill wind out of the east.
Bright sunny day.
Oh, that's right. You guys
At night?
The raid was at night, yes. It's a full moon.
The bright, sunshiny middle of the night.
The bright moonlit, beach on the shore.
Oh god, what happened to the blue light filter?
The HDRs caused everything to go black for a moment.
Don't worry, this isn't the final season of Game of Thrones.
If it was, we'd riot. Well, I administer Galen Lord to Twidget. Galen, heal Twidget.
Oh, yeah. I heal Twidget.
Okay, how are you doing that?
Oh, I guess have I used the healer's kit on you, Ruffles?
Nope.
This combat since this okay, then that's what I'll use because that gets the most at the moment. I'll use the healer's kit to pop him back on his feet.
All right, I'll roll it.
That was nice. 14 points to good old Twidget.
Alrighty. It's more than half my HP.
All right. Let's sit the guy we just rescued in a cart. Hunter, is there a cart nearby?
No.
How about it's got one wheel used to transport dirt.
A wheelbarrow?
A wheelbarrow.
No.
How about the gutted remains of a boat?
They're on fire.
There are 2 trees we can have the barbarians cut down and make a litter.
The barbarian is what we're trying to move.
Oh.
I mean, there are like the somewhat flimsy doors that go into the huts.
There, yeah.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
We steal the door.
All right, you rip a door off the hinge of that one hut you'd been jumping into for cover during the fight.
Wait, I'm sorry. Stealing is illegal. We claimed this because they're pirates.
Of course. You know, you attach a writ of seizure to the door right before ripping it off its hinges.
Yes, I have several of those. I begin producing more.
Mm-hmm. By the way, that hut is now like actually on fire.
Oh, put that out, please.
Twitch is smiling and staring at it.
Who are you telling to put the fire out? I am not a fireman.
Do you have the create water spell?
I am not a cleric.
Useless fucking cleric.
I am
All
not a
right.
cleric yet.
Begin the buckets under.
Yes, there are buckets.
Gentlemen, begin the bucket water train.
I begin the bucket brigade.
Indeed.
Why is my question.
We cast Bucket Brigade.
There's a fire
Don't
that
question
needs putting out.
Galen, just do as we command.
Oh, this is a fucking cursed version of that GIF. I hate this.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yep. Sorry,
Okay.
you'll have to do better.
Sorry
You-
about the eyebrows.
You begin a bucket brigade and douse the flames.
Should try browsing the internet for a better GIF. Got him.
All right. Well, now that the fire is out, what does this unconscious person look like?
Well, what does Bartimus look like?
He is a Goliath barbarian. He's a merchant, so he has like nice clothes and jewelry. But the jewelry is gone because, you know. And so are the clothes. So I'm just kind of like a little disheveled.
He had nice clothes and jewelry. Right now he ain't got shit.
Okay.
So he looks wealthy and well off, except he doesn't.
Except I don't.
Ah, brother. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
One thing to note is that he's got a necklace that is fingers, because he's a merchant and people keep fucking with his shit. So he enacts revenge and takes fingers. And he wears them around his neck. And that is still there.
So what you're saying is we have a naked Goliath with a
The
necklace of
fingers around-
fingers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
he's probably staying behind. I don't think Galen will have anything to do with it.
Gentlemen, I think this man looks like a pirate.
Yeah,
Clearly, he
thinks,
was imprisoned for drunken fighting.
Nonsense.
Hey,
This
hey,
is
hey,
clearly one of
hey.
my long-lost siblings.
Are you sure he doesn't look like he has a name of a food?
That is true.
Well, he's the black soup of the family.
The black soup of the family. There you go.
The zingers just keep coming. Yeah, Galen's gonna look at him and be like, ugh.
Does he have a wallet?
I think he's naked or in a loincloth.
Bro,
But I'm not getting at his coin purse.
I
either.
got robbed and captured by pirates. Give me a break.
We probably should loot the area.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to write up a legal note here for indecent exposure and improper handling of corpses.
I start filling up his coin purse. Do I feel any lumps?
You don't see a coin purse on him.
All right. Well, you don't have testicular cancer.
I'm
Oh,
not
he's a
even
eunuch.
awake. I don't even know this is happening. I'm still unconscious.
Yep.
You're just fondling me.
All right, let me.
All right. I've written up the documents for charging him with indecent exposure and mishandling of a corpse. What else can we pin on this dude?
We need to bed down for rest because your healer is out of spell slots.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We should just let this guy wake up naturally.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he's not.
But what if he
dying.
wakes up while we're resting?
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, we can't do that. He
Well-
has to be conscious.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd be concerned he's going to take our fingies.
Then tie him up.
Yeah,
No.
tie him up and set a watch.
If we tie him up and set a watch, I mean, when he wakes up, we come question him.
He's not unstable.
Yeah, this is not a hard question. This is not a hard situation here. Stop being nice. We tie him up to a tree or wherever we are against the wall.
You're right. He is under
Jail.
arrest after all for indecent exposure and improper handling of a corpse.
I don't- all that shit, but he's a strange, large, strange man that we find in the cave. Galen is going to want to tie him up.
Hey, I'll have you know, my father was a large, strange man that someone found in a cave.
That's true.
Traveling with Galen for a while, and he can semi-trust you. He doesn't know this strange new large man, and he has fingers around his neck. Galen is not very trusting of this.
Well, here I got an idea. We'll keep him tied up, and we'll heal him. Just give him 1 point of squash your paladin, right?
I'll give him 1 point of lay on hands.
Yep. And then we'll just keep him tied up and gagged, and everybody can stare at him and it's like, "Hey, it's nighttime. You have to sleep now." And if he doesn't sleep,
Gag him because we want to talk to him.
well, you guys want to talk to him. Twitch doesn't care.
Besides, why are we listening to a 12-year-old? Because Twitch.
I'm not 12.
actually
He's
talks
Yeah,
about
seven.
it.
He's 7 now.
I'm not
He's
12. I'm
7.
7.
Why are we listening to the 7-year-old?
We're not.
Because
He's probably-
Duodecius says we're listening to the 7-year-old.
Because he's probably poking him with a stick.
I am, in fact. Well, just my finger, like poking his nose and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, why
that's
isn't he
pretty
awake
cool.
yet?
So what do we do, oh fearless
I
leader?
never thought we could have this much fun with one dead person.
Well, he's not dead.
Sometimes.
He's not
Yeah.
dead, though. Yeah.
He's only mostly dead.
Just still slightly alive.
Fuck the references tonight. All right. What are we doing? Seriously.
We're tying him up, and then I'm going to put a point of lay on hands into him.
Before we bed down, we could wake him up and talk to him and see if we need to keep, if he can join the watch or if we need to watch it.
Yeah, that's the idea. We're doing it. It's happening now. We're done. Okay, there we go.
All right.
All right, well, you tie him up, give him a point on lay on hands. Bartimus. The last thing you remember was a bunch of pirates bursting into the hut that you had been held in with their scimitars drawn and cutting you and the other prisoners down. And now you're waking up. You're tied up outside the hut, and there are some very strange people looking at you.
Can we not do this again, guys? I've been through enough.
I'll say they took your clothes.
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to present you with these two fines, and I hand him, or I should say, place on him the fine notice for indecent exposure and the fine notice for improper handling of a corpse.
Are we doing that?
He's a lawyer. It's what he does.
Oh, that's right.
Duodecius is quite literally a Ravam adjudicator.
Correct.
Terribly sorry. Next time I am around my retainers, I'll have them fax these documents to my parents. Get this taken care of immediately. I apologize.
Oh god, a nepo baby.
We're a family of traders from the trade district of the Hills Far, and I've been fucking back and forth with these pirates because they keep stealing my shit.
A Nepo
Hey,
baby, huh? You really aren't my brother.
Oh, fucking back and forth with pirates. All right, we're gonna
Trading
have
with them?
we're going to add illegal trade deals with foreign powers to your
they keep
your rap
stealing my
sheet.
shit. We have trade ships that go up and down the coast, and they keep hijacking them and stealing our shit. So I came here to deal with the problem, and I lost. And as you can see by the corpses around me,
So it looks like you're willing to hire some people to assist you in this situation.
potentially, I have no idea where my retainers are. I have no idea where any of my clothes are or anything. I'm just. Last thing I remember, I was as good as dead.
I'm gonna start scavenging some of the pirates that we killed for any clothes that look like they're his size.
Yeah, so you can put together some like ill-fitting like pirate rags.
They're gonna be too small because he's a Goliath.
I mean,
Excuse me.
he's a barbarian. If his lower
We
body
take
is-
just take two shirts and then sew them together front and back.
You know how to sew?
It's not that hard.
Okay.
It's too bad there isn't a spell for this. There's Corrode Destroy Water.
There is a spell to put two things together.
No, not for that. I mean,
Beam.
yes, clothes
No.
beam. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, it's you could use mending to put two shirts together. I guess
You could do that. I can't do that.
I can't do that either because I don't know the spell. But a wizard can know the spell because it's a cantrip.
Are you talking about mending?
No, I'm talking about creation magic. Yes, mending.
I mean, I wasn't listening to what you're saying, but I don't think that's how mending works.
I don't know. That's what I was saying. I mean,
It's not.
you could fabricate if you did. You could fabricate him some clothes out of the materials.
No, we'll just put
I'd
some
love
ill-fitting
to.
clothes
I'd
on.
love to, but I left fabricate my other spell book.
I feel like it was already decided by the DM about what I was wearing, and we're just kind of arguing in circles about my clothes.
No,
Yeah,
we're talking about
we
putting
did a
clothes
lot.
on
Talking
you.
about making clothes for you.
Yeah, the party we go
Oh,
off. in
cover me up
tangents
quick.
sometimes.
There's a child in here.
Where? What?
What?
Oh, a child. Oh, you talking about Twidget? Oh, yeah. You know what?
Well, he
You
is a
are so
child.
right. I tell you what you can do. From now on, he is your responsibility.
Oh
No,
my
what?
god. No, hold on. He's right. Hold on. I have to write up another indecent exposure fine. The child saw him. There you go, Bartimus. Another indecent exposure fine.
Yeah, you're going on the list. Your name has been entered into the registry.
Can I have some fucking clothes?
There you go.
Galen's gotten rid of a problem. He is happy. He no longer has to watch over Twidget.
I don't think your job was ever to watch over Twitchit.
No, that's my
You know,
job.
but you rarely did it, so
Fuck are you on about?
mean, most of the shit that we've got into is because you've lost sight of the child.
I don't lose sight of Twidget. Right, Twidget?
Where'd he go?
We're just not there anymore.
Where did Twidget go? Because I would have been keeping an eye on him.
No, he didn't sneak off. He's just venturing
I figured
inside
he
the
would've
camp.
snuck off, yeah. It's not where he just was.
Yeah, you look over and Twidget's like 20 feet away playing with one of the huts, trying to, find
Like-
stuff in it.
Yeah, I expect he'll be back in a few minutes with some accessories for your new outfit.
Twidget, no lighting that hut on fire. We've seized it. If you light it on fire, it'll be classified as arson.
You see smoke.
How did I travel with a long
Man, 7 and he's already smoking. Unbelievable.
Then we got a doctor and a lawyer. Oh my lord.
We have a doctor. Yeah, what
A
is
doctor,
this
a
party?
lawyer, a merchant, and a child walk into a bar. The paladin
Because
kicks
I'm
him
a
out.
healer, but I'm not a cleric healer yet. So I'm a intelligence based healer right now. So I am a doctor.
Dr. Father Galen Lord Esquire the Third.
Bradley up.
No, my clerics are usually named father or something like that, but my artificers are usually doctors.
Well, I think we should all sit down and recover from that big fight we had just now.
Yes, we
And
should.
our new friend Bardimus can tell us all about how he got here.
And I'll try to refrain from finding him anymore.
Well, I have clothes on now, so
That's
That's
a good step.
Hold on. Are they mixed threads?
I'm sorry.
Fuck
Are you based on
you.
fucking Leviticus now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, that's never an issue with the rest of us because Galen always looks immaculate, so. Or he tries to.
So yeah, it was coming back here to get some shit back because they hijacked one of our boats, and I brought a party along with me, and there was a lot more than we thought. So, here I am.
As you're regaling us with this whole spiel, we would be. Is it time to take a long rest yet, Under? I know it's the middle of the night.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the middle of the night. That whole combat only took about a minute.
Oh, so it's right after sundown?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it time?
Yeah, we're not overstaying
Yes.
our long rest.
Okay. Yeah, we would be making camp for the night. What do we want to do? Do we want to go back to the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's
I
go
mean,
back to
we
the
could
boat.
just signal the boat and have them come in. Or do we want to sail away?
No, we could have the boat moored a little closer and stay there for the night.
Because we need to loot. Like, we haven't looted this entire place.
That's a good point. Yeah, let's
Camp on the beach.
let's park the boat.
Yeah, we'll have them park right offshore. Like within earshot, not just within sight. But
Yeah, and not at the dock so they don't get stuck.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, they can maneuver your ship, like about 100 feet offshore. Close enough where you could yell, but not so close that they're going to beach it.
Yep. And then we make camp as we loot the place, see what we find.
Well, are you making camp or are you looting the place?
Some of us can do one, some of us can do the other.
Can somebody untie me?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Widget stands in front of you smiling with a knife in his hand.
now that we know you're not feral.
No, there's good reason for these fingers.
I always wondered about that of your kind. So do you eat the fingers too, or just?
No, they're trophies.
Right.
My family always wants me to bring back some proof. I just keep the proof a little too long.
Yeah, you should put that in like a bag or a box or something.
Widget pulls a bag out of
I
his
keep Stranger Things in bottles, so.
Widget pulls a bag out of his backpack and he's like, "You like my handbag?"
It's cute, kid. Go to bed.
Then he pulls
Yeah,
16
that's
goblin
not
hands
gonna
out of it.
work. That's not.
Twidget, Twidget, I told you to throw that overboard. Don't make me
No.
slap you with a fine.
Now, how obscene does that sound? You're finding a child. What are you going to pay it?
Ravam law is very serious stuff.
Twidget pickpockets Duodecius and pays him with his own money.
Well, I am going to sleep. You
Well, excellent work,
Can do
Twidget. We'll make a
whatever you do.
law-abiding citizen out of you yet.
you can do whatever y'all do. I'm going to bed.
All right. So, are you making camp here on the shore or on the boat? What? You weren't exactly clear.
On the shore, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we agreed on the shore, right?
Yeah, and our ship has its own watch. They can signal us if they see a ship coming in.
Right.
Just give them a hooded lantern so they
Right.
can point at the beach and flash
Right
it.
under?
Yeah.
No, that sounded a little enthusiastic.
No, the crew can keep a watch. They do. So you
I'm
guys,
just waiting for the absolutely that you always say.
Yeah. A couple of things he says that you know is going to be bad.
I think it's too late to loot. We'll just loot in the morning with sunlight. So we'll just set a
Yeah.
watch and go to bed.
alrighty then. So you guys go to bed. Do you set a watch order, or are you all just going to sleep?
No,
We
we
set
can
a
have
watch order. As is tradition, Duodecius will take third watch.
I will take fourth.
I will take first because after that I will.
Twidget gets second.
With the new barbarian, we don't want to leave Twidget on watch by himself.
Well, I don't have any like weapons or anything.
Why
You're a
would we not?
barbarian.
Why would we not trust Twidget to be on watch on his own?
I know, but I was. But where's all
I mean,
my?
we just fought like 24 pirates. There are
Can
weapons laying around.
Can I just find my stuff scattered? Can I just like go out for 10 minutes and find my stuff?
Yeah, it's inside the burned out hut that burned down. They hadn't hadn't had time to move it to elsewhere.
Okay, excellent.
And the Sentinel
Gilbert?
pirate had a great sword, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
This
loot
is-
that.
there are
Yeah, we gotta
two
loot that
reasons
lady.
I want.
Well, yeah,
somebody
we'll
on
loot in the
watch.
morning, but I was saying for weapons for the barbarian, there's a great sword laying around, I believe.
Well, like straight up, his equipment was in the place that he was kept, that then burned down.
Yeah, that's usually happens. But Duodecius, there are two reasons I want the new barbarian to stay up with Twidget. One, Twidget is a 7-year-old, and two, he needs to learn to watch the 7-year-old.
I have a passive perception of 11.
Oh boy,
That's-
I have a
that's
stealth
it.
modifier of
Twidget's
9.
This is gonna be so much
I have
fun.
a stealth modifier of 9.
Twidget will just disappear on him, and then he'll have to find him, which would be great.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm taking my watch with Twidget. Somebody else take watch with Bartimus. Oh, that's all we got, isn't it?
Galen,
Yeah, we don't have,
Bartimus, Duo, Squash, Twidget. I mean, unless you
Yeah, it's
want me to
moving
watch
Twidget to
Twidget.
4th watch.
Yeah, there you go.
Twidget pouts.
All right. Well, you guys go down for a long rest. The first 3 watches pass without incident. And just towards the end of Twidget and Squash's watch, with just the hints of sunrise on the horizon, you what's your passive perceptions for Twidget and Squash?
Well, I was walking away. 12. Pete, you here?
Yep.
What's Squash's passive perception?
Mine is 8.
Okay.
Twidget notices.
So, it takes a moment as you begin as you're looking at the sunrise, and then you hear what sounds like a chain, followed by a low, gurgling moan over by where the burned out boats had sank. And you see, dressed in what appears to be like the remnants of like a pirate, like captain's uniform. It's actually kind of nice, except for the body is rotting and there's an anchor through his chest, and he is like slowly stumbling towards you guys.
Chinky. A good ghost.
I
You guys-
say,
Zoinks.
You guys
I
roll
say,
initiative.
there you are, motherfucker. And I take his finger.
Well, you're asleep right now, so everyone should roll initiative.
So wait, we didn't finish the rest?
Not yet.
Ah, crap.
At the cuspice of fourth watch, it did not complete.
Yes.
Man, it really sucks when combat starts at exactly 5:59 a.m. 10 rounds of combat before long rest finishes.
It'll only take a minute.
I'm rolling 1 second.
Well, Twidget, what do you do?
Distance?
Distance would be 30 feet.
Oh, he's quite close.
He emerged out of the water.
All right. I guess I will. I'll shoot him.
Okay. Well, roll to hit. Yeah, that hits him.
Oh, that's abysmal.
That's piercing damage?
Yep.
Alright, yeah. So you take your aim, you fire, the bolt hits him, penetrating deep and into his body, and doesn't seem to have any effect on him.
Fidget looks at Squatch and says, "Uh-oh."
Sorry, what did you just shoot him with?
Crossbow bolt.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. Is that all you do?
Yep.
Alright, Duodecius is asleep. Galen is asleep. This guy is not asleep, as he stumbles 20 feet forward. Barnabas is asleep. Squash.
I use my voice to wake the party.
Okay, yeah. Startle, Duodecius, Galen, and Barnabas awake.
How far away is this undead pirate captain?
10 feet from you.
Fantastic. Let's see, that'll be bonus action hex on him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to hit him with my sword.
Alright. Well, roll to hit.
Ooh.
That's a crit.
Smite his ass. Woo woo.
Oh, we're definitely going to smite his ass. Let's see. It's gonna. Oh, actually, that might not have been the best choice because he's a zombie, but whatever. See, at this point, I have only first. So let's see. I gotta remember the math on all this. 2d8. And it's 3d8 because he's an undead.
Yes, he's very much an undead.
Okay, there. That should do it. That is a combination of 54 bludgeoning, necrotic, and radiant damage.
All right, so yeah, you hit him. The radiant does appear to be effective. The bludgeoning is not, nor is the necrotic damage.
When you say not effective, do you mean it resists it or it does nothing?
He only took damage of the radiant damage.
Does this guy appear like ethereal or anything?
No, he's just this particular undead is not damaged by physical, like, your warhammer hit him, and he doesn't care. Doesn't actually stop him.
Is there a cloud in front of the moon right now or something?
Nope.
No.
Now he's standing there, nice and brightly lit in moonlight. Though he does appear to be near death again after that.
Ah, well, I did what I could. And that's it.
All right. Twidget.
Well, I guess if my crossbow's not very effective, I'll drop it and fire a firebolt at him.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits him.
Fortunately, a firebolt is not a finesse weapon.
Indeed. He hits and staggers, but he remains on his feet, still near death. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Do what Essius do. Anything that prevents surprise?
No.
Well, you are surprised, having been just woken up, and there's a zombie.
Cheapers.
Galen, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
Yes.
What you got?
The alert feat.
Very nice. Well, it is your turn. You are prone on the ground, having been just woken up. You can see this nearly destroyed zombie fighting Squash.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna get up. How far is it if I stand?
So standing up will take half your movement speed. He is currently 10 feet from you.
Okay, so I can still make it over there. I'm gonna walk over and give him a good whack upside the head.
All right. That hits. Jake, you're hot micing.
For 10 points of thunder damage.
Okay. He stumbles a bit, but still remains standing.
Ah, damn it! I'm done.
All right. This guy. He's going to take this kind of bit of driftwood he has in his hand, and he's just going to smack Squash with it. Does a 20... Okay. So that hits you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a charisma saving throw from you. Okay. That passes. That's good. That is all he does on his turn. Bartimus, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
No, I'm startled.
Okay, so startled. Squash.
Alright, I'm going to try to hit him again.
Alright, roll to hit.
Well, actually, first I'll try to knock him over.
Okay. Yeah, you push him to the ground.
Now I will try to hit him with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you know? Let's see, what was all of that again? It's, combination of 50 bludgeoning, necrotic, and radiant.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you hit him. And when you throw that smite energy into him, he turns to ash. And so you guys are out of initiative. And you can see it's kind of glittering in the moonlight. A fist-sized blood-red ruby that would have been in his chest, based on where it is in the ash.
Mine.
Don't touch it. That's hella cursed.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
I mean, I would cast Identify if I knew it, wizard.
Yeah, I know Identify. But I'm tired. So I'm going to go back to bed. I'll deal with it in the morning.
Hmm.
All right.
So you're just leaving it there in the ash and the sand?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not touching it. If one of them wants to touch it, they can go
I
ahead.
pick it up.
Oh, well, too late.
I pick it up.
So, Twidget, you pick it up. And you hear an echoing laugh inside your head as the gem begins to melt in your hands.
Is it hot, or is it just like turning into a puddle?
It's like it's turning into a puddle, only it seems to be kind of gripping to your skin. And like spreading along your hands, your wrists, starting to move up your forearms.
Well, at the beginning, when it starts to melt, I would like shake my fingers to try getting it off of me, if I can do that.
You can certainly do that. However, it is sticky and does not come off.
Hey guys, this thing's really, really friendly. And he turns around and looks at the party with the red all over his hands, moving up his arms.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I grabbed Twidget by the upper forearm and cut his arm off.
Both of them? He never specified. I assume he grabbed it with both hands.
Both hands?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it then. I'm not helping you.
That's bad.
Can I try firebolting myself? Like shoot the ruby? Or what was the ruby?
So you want to shoot your own hands?
Yes.
Can I prestidigitate it off?
No. So you can't prestidigitate it off because it is very clearly magical in nature. But you can certainly try to shoot yourself, Twidget. I would say make an attack roll. No, you conjure up some fire and like blast it a bit, but it doesn't seem to really affect it. It's up to your elbows now. And it's cold.
Hmm. All right. Well, if it's going that slow, I could cut both of your arms off. You want me to do that?
Here for now.
All right. I'll use the dancing sword because it actually has an edge on it.
We're
And
gonna crush his arms off.
Yeah, well, because Squash's other sword is mechanically a warhammer. But yeah, I use the dancing sword and I crudely chop both of the 7-year-old's arms off.
Jesus!
That's what you got to do.
Let's put that down in the quote book right there.
Yeah, this was medically necessary. It's got
That's
like
true.
magic gangrene. I'm not doing it because I enjoy it. I'm doing it because I had to.
I mean,
Imagine if it doesn't work.
as the doctor, I would agree. It's just in practice, Galen has never seen anything like this.
Well, look, according to Rava medical law, everything's fine here. The child did consent to having its arms amputated.
Well, better that than, Magic Ruby taking me over kind of bullshit.
I'm trying to figure out something that I can do to help, but I don't think I have any spells.
Well, do you want to burn my stubs so they stop bleeding? Because this hurts.
Yeah,
Well, I'll make a medicine check to fix him up.
sure. Yeah, you can do that to kind of. That's because Squash swings the sword while has the dancing sword swing for him, lopping Twidget's hands or his arms off. They fall to the sand, where you see the red gelatinous substance slowly kind of consume, and soon you see two glittering like crystal forearms and hands just sitting there on the ground.
Well, I'm not touching those.
I am, but I got an idea.
Yeah, put something on them, like wrap them in a cloth or put them in a bag or
Yeah,
something.
Midas touch.
I am going to. Can I scoop them up in my bag of holding?
How are you doing that?
They're going to get in with everything else in there.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You're right.
Wrap them up with something. I'd say use my shirt sleeves, but they're a bit occupied.
Well, did it only consume his arms or also the sleeves?
It was consuming everything.
Yeah, from what it sounded like, it was just over top of everything.
Do we have any blankets? I have a blanket. I'm going to throw a piece of cloth over it and see what happens. Under.
Okay. You throw a piece of cloth over it. Other than hiding it from sight, it appears to have no other effect.
Okay. We have to roll it up in these cloth. Is it a way I can not touching the red, just touching cloth, wrap these things up?
How big is the cloth?
I have a bedroll, don't I? That I can destroy? Yes. I have a winter blanket. I have a winter blanket I can tear apart.
Yeah, that would be big enough. Like a blanket-sized piece of cloth is definitely big enough where you could, pick it up with the blanket such that you don't touch it as you bundle it up in this blanket.
Yeah, and then when I get it all bundled up, I stuff it in the bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah, it should be noted that as you were bundling them up, they kind of rubbed up against each other, and you kind of heard the kind of squealing sound like glass or gems make when you rub them against each other.
Interesting. So I write them down as blanket-covered gem arms?
Sure.
All right, now to bed.
To bed.
Twitch it wiggles his stubs.
I guess we'll need to give him a hand tucking him in.
All right. Well, you resume your rest, and the rest of the night passes without incident, and you've all had a successful long rest.
So you're gonna keep Twitchett around until we can get back to town and put his arms back on?
No, there ain't no town to get back to out here.
I got a question. Where on his arm was it chopped off?
Above the elbows.
About an inch above
Okay.
the elbows.
Okay, so it's definitely at least a little humorous.
Oh yes.
There's got to be a fine or a ticket for that joke.
No, actually, terrible puns are not just legal, but actively encouraged in Ravum.
Does that guy also have no legs? I can't tell. Oh well.
There's a comedian that has no arms and no legs.
Either way, he's definitely walking funny.
They call him Stumpy.
Is there a punchline to that, or is that just a fact?
No punchline. He doesn't have any arms.
Oh, that's really good. I'd say I got a kick out of that one, but well.
Unfortunately, there's nothing to stand on for the rest of this.
He's terrible at stand-up, I imagine.
I know where all of you live.
Hey, I'm waiting.
Anyway, yeah, so we'll probably have to expend some funds regenerating the arms, but it was better than the alternative.
Yeah, well, notably, we'll have to find someone to regenerate your arms.
Twitchett was a gnome, wasn't he, or a halfling?
A gnome.
Oh, he was a gnome child.
Yep.
So he's 1 foot
he's half
9
a
tall
gnome?
right now
So he's half a gnome.
with no arms. No, he's 3/4 of a gnome.
We could use you as a lawn dart if we put a pointy hat on you. Oh, I've
Which
done
it
that.
waddles away.
I've done that before, throwing a guy. Pocket gnome.
Okay, so I think all we came here to do was, like, scoop this whole
pirates
raid from these
loot.
pirates. Yeah, so I think we should loot first.
I'll be back.
Yeah. What's up with that pirate captain? Let's start with her.
Let's pilfer the camp as a whole.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Well, you start pilfering the entirety of the camp, starting with the body of the pirate lord, who had a two-handed greatsword, a dagger, and a magic ring on her right hand.
I do believe the party will want me to identify that.
Are you doing it now?
Yes.
It is a ring of water walking.
All right, so this doesn't go to the person with the swim speed. Who wants to be able to not, drown?
Squash.
I'll take it.
Squat. All
I was
right,
gonna say, 'cause
Squash.
you can choose
Take
to
the ring,
swim, can't
Squash.
you?
Yeah, if it works like the spell, you actually can't.
Oh, that's right. You always surface. So you just take the ring off, then you can swim.
If that's how it works.
It is. So besides that, you also find a total of 30 scimitars, 14 light crossbows, and on the bodies 400 gold pieces.
Oh, I just got the stupidest fucking idea.
All right.
Here, Twidget,
We'll add
attune
that
to
to the
this.
file.
And I hand him a sword that I used to cut his arms off.
It doesn't require attunement.
It doesn't require attunement?
Pretty sure it doesn't. That's why we were laughing about it.
No, it says it requires attunement.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. Oh, no, it's the Cloak of Mannery that we were talking about.
Yeah. So, attune to the dancing sword, because, as it happens, you don't need arms to wield it.
It is a long sword, right, Under?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, I have an idea. We can keep having him use his crossbow.
How?
All right, so
I have Mage Hand.
I was going to say we fashion a crossbow to one stub and then a hook on the other that will allow him to pull back the string.
I want to point out, we're trying to figure out how to make a 7-year-old with no arms useful in combat.
Yes.
I mean,
Look, that point is moot once we allowed a 7-year-old in combat. You know.
I'm trying to do something about that, too. That's, like, next on the agenda.
yeah, if only Twidget got the reincarnation instead of Duodecius from the Wild Magic Surge.
You know that only lasts a minute, right?
Yeah, but we could have killed Twidget.
Oh, wait a minute. I just figured out how we're gonna help Twidget.
Reincarnation?
No. On Rakasta Island, to the north of the wall, there is a river, whose waters possess healing magic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna take you to the river, dip you in the water. So as soon as we're done looting here, I think we'd all get back on our ship.
Well, hold on. So that was what was on the bodies. When you start going through the huts, you do eventually find one of the huts has, the sails and the paddles, ropes, tools, buckets of tar, and other types of sailing supplies. And you also find that one of the huts, all the huts had like bunk beds in them, except for the ones that had captives. And this one, which had only a single bed and a locked wooden cabinet.
Hey, Twitch, you want to check that for traps?
I pull out my lockpicking set with my teeth. I'm ready! I mean, I can use Mage Hand still, so...
I'm loving the enthusiasm. Give it a go.
Yeah, so I'll use Mage Hand to check for traps with Thieves' Tools.
Sure! Go ahead and make an investigation check.
You're awfully chipper for a kid who just got his arms cut off.
Oh, actually, we might have a problem. Mage Hand has somatic components.
I can wiggle my arms.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Your stubs?
I can wiggle my stubs. That counts, right, Under?
That's always been the weird thing with 5th edition. They
Never
mention
done
that
it.
there's verbal material and somatic, but the
Actually, you're
only
right, it
one
wouldn't.
that ever clearly has a problem is verbal.
No, you need hands. You need at least a free hand to do somatic components. Twitch doesn't have any free hands.
Well,
Actually,
they're very
he
free.
he does have free hands. They're free of his body.
no, those are not free. They are encased in a gem of some kind. Those might be the least free that any person's hands have ever been.
Look. Those hands are free. We watched Galen take them on a 5-finger discount.
Now, here's a question that is worth asking. What about his feet?
It says somatic.
I mean, can he wiggle his toes?
Yeah, but think like Avatar: Last Airbender, like that kind of. You have to move your hands around in a certain way when you're casting the spell. You can't just replace that with your feet.
Well,
I mean, what you're trying to do probably would work in Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't think it would in 5e.
I think specifically what's going on in 5th edition is there are finger motions that you're doing, like the
Yeah,
finger and hand.
well, I guess I'll give it a really close look under then.
Did somebody say fingers?
Okay. Well, make an investigation check. I mean, you could always like pull out those crystallized arms and stick them back on your stubs and see if they work.
Yeah, nobody's touching those.
We'll put that in reserve. All right. Well, what do I see without touching?
You see that it appears to be a somewhat beat up wooden cabinet that doesn't like match the bed at all, and from the looks of it, it looks like somebody like stole it from like a ship.
It's a wooden cabinet, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we could just break it. I was going to be a little more precise than that, but that's the general idea.
Take a crowbar and pry the top off.
That's the idea. Since our lockpick is out of commission, the safecracker will step in.
Okay.
I can't stop watching this guy doing that funny dance.
Well,
It's very
go
good.
ahead. Go ahead and make a strength athletics check as you attempt to pry the side off the cabinet.
Or is this the type of cabinet that opens to one side or the center?
It's like an armoire. It opens in the center.
Oh, yeah, then I would just be trying to pry the doors open.
Okay, that works too. Strength athletics.
There we go.
All right, yeah, there's a crack and some wood splintering sound as the doors fall off the cabinet.
Well, Luck's going to have to run out eventually. That's 3 in succession.
Inside, you can see a small, what appears to be iron chest with a keyhole on the front. Some clothing that appears to be of fine make. You estimate there's about 200 gold worth of clothing in here. And a rolled up large scroll of parchment.
Barnabas has his original clothes back now.
Yes.
Okay. Against my better judgment, I'll take a look at the scroll. Does it look magic?
Well, as you unfurl it, you don't think it's magical, as it appears to be a sea chart of the surrounding environs.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll hold on to that.
Yeah, it looks like this when you open it up.
Oh, that is handy.
That's very handy.
Beware the turtle.
Here be dragons.
So is that
Hunter just put
entire...
that on there.
Is that whole landmass to the north Rakasta?
No, that whole landmass to the north is the Isle of Dread.
Right. So where is Rakasta on this?
So you see those two volcanoes?
Uh-huh.
You see that small camp indicator to the northeast of them?
Oh,
Zoom in there.
I thought Rakasta was an island.
No.
All right. Got to correct my notes on that.
Gilbert, did you note down everything that we looted?
I got the 400 gold. I was attending to other stuff though during that time.
Okay, so you didn't get the 30 scimitars and 14 light crossbows?
I did not.
Okay.
I will copy it down now.
Now, where are we on this map?
You see the little house drawing to the southwest?
That's where we are?
That's the pirate base.
Oh. Oh, so we haven't actually gotten there yet.
Wait, hold on. Ruffles, are you tracking material?
This is the first time we've had actual like heavy material loot.
Okay, I wanted to be certain.
Aside from the other dungeon, which I was tracking. But up till now, we really haven't had anything to throw back on the ship.
All right. 40 scimitars, 30 crossbows, light.
No. 30 scimitars, 14 light crossbows. I believe that's what you said under, correct?
It was 30 scimitars and 14 light crossbows.
Yep.
Yeah, so you find this map, the clothes, and a small iron lockbox.
Well, Turgid, you can take a crack at that with your mouth. That river that the guy mentioned, does that appear on this map?
That what that he mentioned?
The river?
It's not marked on the map I drew. But you see that marshy section that leads to the plateau in the center?
Oh, yeah, I see that.
That's rivery.
Okay.
I didn't actually render the river on the map.
Well, that was kind of my question. But if that's what's meant to be the river, then
Yes.
my character would understand that.
Yes. Yeah, the map itself would have a river there. I just didn't draw it on my
Yeah,
version of
I
it.
know. This is like it's an abstraction. So I think our next move is we head there and we try to find some of this water to heal Twidget's arms. Then we're going to bring a bunch of it back to our friend Karuka, or Justinian in Karuka, who will pay us for it. And while we're there, we might also be able to find someone who can uncurse Twidget.
Well, he's not cursed. It's just he's not cursed.
Someone who can age Twidget.
Yes.
Was Twidget always a child?
Twidget was
Yeah.
always a child, but they used to be older.
Yeah, he used to be an older child.
Was that an experience of the party, or is that a backstory?
No, that happened like a few days ago.
See.
Wild magic.
Yeah, we were sailing and we went through a wild magic storm, and Twidget decided just to constantly cast Firebolt, and so every time you casted magic, a surge happened. And he got the you age by D10, years younger, and he rolled a 5.
Nice.
And now he's stubby.
So if there are no objections, I think that's where we're going.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so how are you getting there?
We're all going to load up back in the boat.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's easy enough.
And the shore that we're leaving from, is it to the west of that little house icon?
Well, to the east of it.
To the east of it. Okay.
Yeah, you're on the right-hand side. You're in the little light blue section.
I gotcha. Then, yeah, we would sail pretty much due northeast, right to the mouth of that marshy area that represents the river.
Okay. So you start sailing to the northeast. And let's see here. All right. As you are sailing that way, the captain of the ship approaches you and says that he would like to divert more to the east. As he points to a small mountainous island, and you can see a couple of creatures kind of just flying about, circling the peaks of the mountains of them.
Do they look to be dragons?
That is what you think at first. But then you realize they don't have any, 4 arms. They just have legs and wings.
Hey, they look like me.
Yeah, I think that would be best. I'd give him permission to sail us due east away from the island until we put it over the horizon. If there's room to do that, and if there's not, we'll just.
Well, you'd basically to get it over the horizon, you have to like hug the western coast of the island.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So yeah, he sails you over to the western coast of the island. The dark arboreal forest, set off from the shoreline. Off in the distance, you can see 2 smoky peaks and dead trees around them. As you head more north into the bay, you can see the marshy land where the river kind of splits off into a delta, and peaks of mountains off to the north and the northeast. Eventually, the captain brings you up to the edge of that delta and says you can't go any further without actually beaching the ship.
Well, what do we think we should do? Because we're going to have to disembark at this point. So what do we want to have our ship and its crew do? They could just moor out somewhere offshore, where hopefully nothing will bother them. They could try to find an inlet to hide them in, but then that opens them up to attack from the land.
I mean, what do we know about these islands under?
Well, we're on the main landmass now.
I'm referring more to, history.
Well, what we know of recent history is that the place is apparently cursed with undead.
Yeah, what you know is that, this was an island out here. You didn't really know much about it before you arrived. It's not a very famous island. The locals told you of some legends when you were visiting the villages.
Okay.
How many days have we sailed?
Since when you left that one port city of Bengala?
No, just from the pirates' base.
Oh, let's see. That would only be about half a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm using the wrong scale. Give me a moment. It would actually take you a full day to get to the mouth of the river.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just writing down our ship log, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you would have sailed through the day into the night, and in the next morning you would have been at that delta. You can see the marshy river kind of running up into the hinterlands of the area.
Well, in that day, Twidget would have asked the our ship crew to fashion him some arm stubs, so he can point at stuff more effectively.
Yeah, you've got 2 hooks.
Excellent. Then Twidget climbs up onto Squash's shoulders, forward, and points one of his hooks.
Well, you better hold on there. With your legs, I guess.
They're wrapped around your neck.
That's great. I've decided now that Squash's armor has a gorget, so that you don't choke him. It wasn't there before, but it's there now. Don't worry about it.
I don't.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, build him a saddle.
I would fucking love that.
Okay, sorry. Did we decide what we want to have them do?
Is this like lowlands or a more cliff rock face island structure under?
No, this is like this is a river delta.
So this is a river delta that's cut kind of through like a mountainous area. And so yeah, the shores like to the north and the northwest are rocky and almost cliff-like.
Oh, this is like
To
one
the-
of those river deltas in China. Or,
Yeah. To this
Yeah.
to the east, as you were coming up, was the kind of somewhat stony looking shore that led into an arboreal forest. It was much flatter there.
Okay.
But in this area, it's basically like, there's the river delta, and that's really like the only like accessible land. It's like easy. Like everything else is to be kind of rocky, cliff-like structures.
So there would actually be possibly rocky coves they could duck into and hide.
Potentially, you don't see any offhand, but potentially if you look for them.
Yeah, we should look for something that's like inaccessible from the land where they could hide.
And we should also stay on the ship, and yeah, we should spend a day looking for somewhere to park the boat, and then we'll know where they are as well, because I don't think we have any way of long distance communication yet.
No.
Okay. Well, someone's going to need to make a survival check then to try to find that.
Is anybody here good at that?
I'm assuming a barbarian is good at
I don't know why you
Jake,
assume
you here?
that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm probably good at it. Give me a sec.
Well, I know he's got a -1 to his wisdom, but if he's proficient, he'd at least have a +1.
It's for survival.
Survival, yeah.
I'm a -1 for survival.
I'm a +2.
Oh, well, let's have the wizard do it.
Because my intelligence is
Wisdom.
okay, same thing, it's an 8. So I'm bad whiz too.
All right, here comes my survival check.
I'll give you guidance.
Didn't need it. My wizardly intuition tells me that way.
Okay, so you start looking for coves along the shore. And you keep going off to the west a little bit, and there's an area where the coastline turns from being kind of southwesterly to kind of dips north a little bit. And it's not quite another bay, but it is like a sheltered area. And you can see where some of the watery action there has kind of eroded some of the cliffs, making a nice sheltered area. And you have to be basically like into this inlet area to actually like see the ship. It'd be very hard to find it from the land or even from the sea without, having like a direct like coming all the way up to it.
Well, does that look like what you guys want?
If it's a good place to hide the ship, yeah.
Well, then the following your directions, drop anchor.
Yep. And then with that, I think we would make our way to shore and tell them to wait here for our return.
Yeah, they salute you. You get into your little rowboat, and where do you go?
We would go around until we find a place where the shore is level enough that we can get out.
Are you like going to the marshy area with the river delta then?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're also taking a barrel with us.
Okay. What do you have in the barrel?
Nothing.
Ah. An empty barrel.
To fulfill Justinian's request.
Well, no, we've dealt with vacuums before. There's definitely air in it.
Oh no! I would have vacuum sealed this barrel.
Open it up, it gets sucked in.
Yep.
Our first experience with a portable hole.
I want 1 atmosphere outside, no atmospheres inside.
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys spend, another. Let's see. That would probably actually take you a day of rowing to go like the 18 miles that it would take to get back to the river from there.
Sure, we'll do it.
Well, I mean, the boat can bring us, and they can just sail back here, and
That's
then we'll
not,
just use the.
that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, we should do that instead.
And then we can just have the rowboat left there, and we can hide it. And
Yeah, well, we'd have to go ashore in the rowboat, and we'll find a good place to hide it. Above the tide line.
just bury it.
Yes, above the high tide line.
Okay, so yeah, like the ground here is somewhat silty and marshy due to the river delta going through it. But yeah, you're able to drag the rowboat up above the high tide marks. You can see the marshy riverland heading, uphill to the northeast. The peaks kind of towering above you to the left and right.
Well, at this point along the river, the water would still be salty, or at least brackish. So I think what we should do is head upriver to find where it becomes fresh. And then we'll see if this water really does have healing properties.
Alrighty.
All right, so you begin marching up the river. And the going is slow and sloggy. The ground is like soft where it isn't steep and rocky. And towards the end of the day, you've got maybe 2 hours of marching left. As you come around one of the bends, you see what appears to be a small gaggle of creatures. Crocodile-like looking reptiles that appear to be about 10 feet long, with a drab green hide and random splotches of black or dark brown on them. They appear to have a prominent dorsal spinal sail along their back, stretching several feet high. And they're all stretched out on various rocks, almost just sunning themselves in the setting sun.
What time of year is it?
Let's see. It is the 28th of Granite, which would make it spring.
Creatures often mate in the spring. We should be careful. We wouldn't want to get involved in some kind of weird lizard creature mating frenzy.
Well, we should just leave them to it.
Indeed.
Okay. So you keep walking on, ignoring them. You also notice that the sand in the silt in the river is beginning to take on less of a kind of blackish hue that you saw towards the coast, and is taking on more of a reddish tone.
Hmm.
But eventually night falls.
Wait, is this like a clay red or a...
Like a rusty red color.
Okay, yeah, so like clay.
Yeah, like clay or hematite sand.
Gotcha.
Well, as we make camp, I would have our new party member Stubby bathe in the river. And you can't call yourself stubbly yet. You haven't hit puberty.
Oh,
Huh.
throw me in.
I throw him in, and he hits puberty.
Okay. So you get thrown in there, Stubbly.
I
And
took the yell out. He's right.
all right. So Stubby gets thrown in. Do you have a swim speed?
Yes, 60 feet.
I'm not throwing him in over his head.
I can breathe underwater.
Well, that's good because as you're coming in there, you do feel tingling in your stumps. You also see it at the bottom, almost somewhat covered in the silt. It was almost impossible to see it from the surface. But down in the water, you can clearly see this golden idol of a strange bat-like creature, several inches long.
Well, I'm going to swim around a little bit, going upstream, floating back, going upstream, floating back. And, keeping in mind where I seen the shiny gold thing. And do I feel my arms growing back?
They're tingling more.
Okay. Well, then I'll swim down and use my hooks and grapple onto the idol thing and bring it back up to the surface and swim over to the shore.
Okay. Yeah, you swim over to the shore, stepping out of the river. Your stumps are still tingling.
Well, Stubby looks up at Squash. They tingle.
They tingle in a way they
They
don't
tingle.
usually.
No, Daddy, I've never felt this tingle before.
Never call me that again.
Sorry, I couldn't
Well,
pass it off.
That's a good sign. I filled a barrel with water from the river.
Okay.
It's gonna be a bitch to lug around, but
It's heavy as all hell.
it's a barrel of water.
And we do have an artificer with a bag of holding, and we know a barrel of water does not weigh more than 500 pounds.
Oh, so you want me to put it in the bag?
If it fits.
I mean,
If you need room in the bag, I can carry some of this stuff. But actually, how much? Here, we can figure this out.
How much is a gallon or a barrel of water in D&D weigh?
Well, how much is a barrel? Is a standard barrel in D&D?
40 gallons.
40 gallons. Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, and we've always rounded to 300.
300 pounds?
Yeah.
No, forget the bag of holding. I can carry that. That fits within my carrying. Yeah, that is within my carrying capacity.
Like here, I can go look. Monday inventory. We have 50-gallon barrels that weigh 300.
Okay. Even if it's the actual weight, which I think is like 333,
Yeah.
I can easily carry that. Just put some ropes on it. I'll wear it like a backpack.
Twidget sits on top of it.
That might be a problem. How much does Twidget weigh as a 7-year-old with no arms?
Well, I suppose the arms are a couple of pounds, but it's more so the fact that he has a carrying capacity of 150, and he's at 148.
Yeah, well, as far as I can tell, your legs still work, so you can walk.
Twidget pouts.
But if you want me to cut him off, just say the word.
Twidget kind of perks up and looks at you, looks at the barrel.
No.
Then you'd have to carry me around. Okay. All right. So we've got our barrel. I've got my tingly arms, and I handed
That's what the
Dude
long
and
way.
CS a glittery bat, gold bat idol.
Yeah, you should figure out what the deal is with this idol.
Gilbert, I have handed your character something.
What have you handed me?
Gold idol, bat. 500 BC, Etruscan. ceramic.
Underdark! What does my wizardly brain know of this clearly demonic idol?
Make a history check.
Yo, Galen, can I get guidance?
Also, this idol is worth 4,000 gold pieces, by the way.
Holy.
Even more suspicious.
Yes, I give you guys.
So it appears to be some type of, like, the idol is made as if to be like an object of worship. But you don't recognize the bat-like figure that is depicted in it.
Can I make a religion check?
No, it would really be history. Because you don't follow this religion, so it's not really like your religious strictures. This is more like, would you know like of like what this thing was? But you can certainly make a history check, sure.
I mean, I'm not going to get better than Gilbert, but I'll roll.
Look, man, you'll never roll higher than me if you don't roll.
No, while it's very obviously some type of, worship idol, you don't recognize the figure.
Must be American. Well, I think we were about to bed down for the night. But we should also decide what we want to do next.
Well, isn't there something interesting up here?
There is. Well, we'll see if we can get your arms healed. That's objective number 1.
I mean, I still have the sword.
Yeah,
So
but... Oh, I should have asked, do we know where the wall is on this map? I was told that there was a wall.
Yeah, the box with the circle around it.
Box with the... Okay. Now, if memory serves, I think the people that Justinian told us to find who might be able to help you were to the south of the wall. Maybe in Tanaro. I'm not sure.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna all go to sleep, or what?
We would take a watch. I think we can use the same order we had before.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just repost that order, please?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Ah, here it is. That one.
All right. Well, you guys go to sleep. First two watches, no problems. Duodecius, what's your passive perception?
I wield a mighty 14.
Okay. So, from the south, you can hear what sounds like something heavy coming. Though currently you can't see it just because of the way the terrain lies. The rocky, kind of meandering river has lots of blinds.
I shall rouse my compatriots from their slumber. Something heavy this way comes, guys. Wake up.
Okay.
I awake.
All right.
We are all awake.
Indeed. As a few moments later, you see a herd of 19 of those crocodile-like reptiles just kind of walking their way up towards you. They are currently 50 feet away.
Get in the trees, they won't see us.
There are no trees.
All right. Let's see here. Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Time would have passed. Fuck it. If they're 50 feet away, I'm going to use Agnazar's Scorcher, and I'm not targeting them, but I'm kind of firing towards and above them. Animals, generally speaking, don't like fire, so hopefully the appearance of a sudden gout of fire will drive them off.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make an intelligence intimidation check.
As he's doing that, I want to make sure that I'm the closest of the party towards all of these crocodilians.
Sure.
I will join him.
So, do as you fire your beams of fire over their heads. Still, they waddle forward. When they're about 30 feet away, they stop. And they begin making a rather sonorous moaning sound, like a wail in the air. And they all seem to be making this sound.
You said they're about 30 feet away?
Yes.
Would all of them be within 30 feet of me?
Well, the front rank is.
How many did you say there were?
19.
Alright, how far away is the furthest one?
$50.
Okay. So I would have to go within 10 feet of them. We'll see what they do. I don't suppose anybody knows what they might be doing. Someone who knows about nature, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, if needed, Underdark. Would I be able to insight what this is?
You could certainly make an animal handling check to try to figure it out.
Okay.
Give you the guidance.
So, Duodecius, they appear to be singing.
Are they any good?
No, this is horrible. This is like strangled whales. But you are sharp enough, Duodecius, that you think this might be some type of like bastardized hymn to the gods.
Bastardized in what way?
Well, normally it's not crocodiles singing it. It's more of a Gregorian chant normally. And the beats aren't quite right. Like it almost matches up, but it's slightly off.
All right. Minor illusion. I should like to mirror the sounds they're making with the illusion.
Okay. You join their chorus. More sound echoing off the valley walls. They continue in their bellowing.
All right. I'll keep playing along with them.
Mm-hmm. You know, a minute passes and still they stand there, bellowing their tune into the sky and the areas around you.
Alrighty. I shall continue with them.
Okay.
I'm immersing myself in dinosaur worship.
Indeed. As it continues for 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. Still, they do not let up. 20 minutes pass. Then 30.
We'd all have to go back to bed.
Okay, you're going to try to go back to bed?
Well, we don't want to lose the rest, so yeah.
All right, well, since Squash is trying to go back to sleep, you will need to make a Constitution saving throw to actually fall asleep while these animals are sitting there bellowing this like strangled whale song into the air.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that loud.
It is. It is echoing off the terrain.
This is in the middle of third watch?
Yes.
If it's that loud, I wonder if there isn't anything I can do to plug my ears.
Fidget rifles through his bag and pulls out some candles and cotton balls.
Hey, there you go. We all shove cotton balls in our ears and go back to bed, because we don't want to lose the rest.
All of you are?
Except for those that are on watch.
Yeah,
Yep.
aside from them.
Okay.
I'm currently on watch.
We make improvised 3M earplugs.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been stuffing cotton in your ears. You go back to sleep. Duodecius finishes out his watch. The crocodiles still bellowing their song to the air. Are you going back to sleep, Duodesius, or are you going to continue following along with them?
You know what? I don't fuck around and find out nearly enough. I shall force myself to continue.
Are you an elf?
Frankly, no.
So you're giving up the rest?
Indeed, I'm a
Alright.
meat person. This is an odd and novel experience. Duodesius is not missing it.
Okay. Well, are you waking up Twidget and Squash for their watch, or are you just taking the fourth watch as well?
Oh, I do wake them for their watch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Still, those creatures are there, bellowing into the night as the sky begins to lighten and the sun rises. Everyone except Duodesius has completed a long rest. Duodesius, I need a con save. They're still bellowing. Okay, well, you don't get exhausted yet. So what do you guys do?
Having retrieved this water, well, first I should ask, does Stubby feel any less stubby?
Ah, yes. Yeah, so morning comes, and Twidget,
Mm.
your arms are back.
Woohoo!
Oh, holy shit.
You have also
No
lost
longer
1 point of
stubby.
constitution.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's actually a big deal.
Mm. Well, let's say it's not a method I would want to resort to, but there is clearly value in it. I think what we should do is we should go back the way we came, then maybe stop by Tanroa to see if there's anybody who can do anything about your other problem. And then we'll go back to, what was it called? I have it written down here.
The little
Kirakuka.
village.
To deliver this water. If there are no objections, I think we would do a 180.
Okay, so you're going to walk towards the crocodiles?
Oh, are they like behind us, back towards the?
Yeah, you passed them. Remember, they were sunning themselves in the rocks?
Oh yeah.
And now they're standing there bellowing.
I guess we'd have to go around them.
What's the other bank of the river look like?
Same as this one, kind of like a silty mud.
Yeah, we can go
Okay.
around them.
Well, no, I got a solution. Just tie a rope onto the cloak of the manta ray, swim across, take it off, pull it across, rinse,
Keep
repeat.
the chicken
Move the-
back.
Yeah. Move the entire party to the other bank and move back. Because they're not on the other bank, correct? They're just on this bank?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let's just
move
go to the
away
other
from them
bank.
a little bit so we don't disturb them. So go upstream a little bit more. And then, yeah, we'll just shuffle the... How
Well-
wide is the river?
The river is about 300 feet wide.
Okay.
And it is, however, only 3 feet deep.
Ah,
Also, when you guys do go upstream, they follow you, staying about 30 feet away the entire time. Still bellowing.
Duodesius, what'd you do with the idol?
I still have it.
You said it sounded like a religious chant?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably their idol.
Yeah, you might want to throw that back in the river.
I shall produce the idol and take it back to the river.
So as soon as you pull out the idol, the bellowing cuts off. As you see the creatures kind of kneel down, like folding their legs as if to kneel.
I hold it higher.
Yeah, you can see that all 19 of them are currently like on the ground, laying prostrate before it.
Try walking through them with it. If you don't want to, I will. Because I'm curious now.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I shall proceed to walk towards them, holding the idol.
Okay. You're walking towards them holding the idol. They remain prostrate right up until you walk right up to them.
What do they do?
Nothing. They're laying prostrate in front of you, blocking the way, but
Oh, they don't move out of the way.
no.
I back up to my original position.
Okay. They remain supine and silent.
I cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual.
Okay.
And I put the idol back in my bag.
They when you hide the idol, they get back to their feet and begin bellowing their chant, which Comprehend Languages would translate for you, as they are saying, Traz Galak, Traz Galak, Traz Galak. It's just a repetitive chant.
Trazgalok.
Yes.
Does the name Trazgalok ring a bell?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, is it like rock?
No, he said earlier it's Gregorian chant.
All right. Is anyone else here proficient with Arcana that can assist me?
Nope.
No.
Yes.
Awesome. Can I also get guidance?
Yes.
Okay. So
19.
you don't recognize that specific name. However, you do recognize that it is demonic in origin.
Well, I shall be smiting this. Not the idol, but I'm going to be foiling some demon plans now. It's mandatory. Gotta fuck up his foyer, poop on his altar, all the good stuff. And I shall communicate this information about Trazgalok to the party.
It's demonic and you want to smite it, you said?
Indeed. Trazgalok is a foul demon.
Well, let's go down the river and get back on the boat and sail away from here, and then we'll do something about it.
Actually, Under, do I know what language these creatures are speaking?
No. Funnily enough, Comprehend Languages will let you understand them, but it doesn't actually tell you what language it is.
It's probably the language that's just the name of the species.
They're standing on the banks of this river. These
we continue
crocodiles.
heading downstream.
Okay, so you're walking towards them?
No, we go around.
Okay. So you are just passing the Cloak of the Manta Ray back and forth, is what I understood?
I didn't think we needed that. I thought there
Well, yeah,
were-
you said it was 3 feet deep. So
It is 3 feet deep.
Yeah. So I'm the only one
So-
that needs to swim.
No need.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just wade across the river. As Duodecus is wading across, you notice that the creatures begin following him, staying about 30 feet away, bellowing the entire time.
A strange people.
And as you get to the other shore and begin moving downstream, they continue following you, bellowing the entire time.
They could do
You
that.
know, Mr. What does your law say about stealing? Because obviously that idol, these things like it because they've been following us ever since you pulled it out. So I'm asking you, does your law talk about stealing religious artifacts? Because
I
if
don't
it
think this is
does, you're
stealing.
guilty.
It was buried in a riverbed.
You know what? I am curious. Underdark, reveal to me the Rotham legal lore.
About what?
Idols of a demonic nature.
Yeah, that's like the kind of thing that, you should destroy. There are no legal protections for it. It is a universally bad thing.
I plan on destroying it, just not while all of these velocigators are around us.
Precisely.
I was torn between Velocigator and Velocidile. I think Velocigator is a little better.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well, you spend the day marching downstream. With only a couple of hours left in the day, you would reach the delta and the marshy areas. The crocodile's bellowing force still following you and still bleeding their tunes.
I'm curious what happens if we put it back on the water.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, you made it sound like we have a moral imperative to destroy the thing, so don't do that.
Oh, we certainly have a moral imperative. I'm more attempting to figure out what we're dealing with as far as island locals.
I wouldn't be curious about it. I would go back to the ship.
You think we should go back to the ship?
Yeah.
Actually, Under, I'd like to through my blessed companion Null, identify this thing.
Okay. Using Null, you cast Identify on it. Identify tells you it is a non-magical object.
Good to know.
So yeah, you guys get down to the marsh. There's your rowboat. Still, these creatures are following you.
We should all get in our rowboat and go back to the ship.
Who's rowing?
I'll start.
All right. As you begin rowing away, the creatures keep following, swimming to match your speed.
I mean, either we're gonna have to kill these things, or you're gonna have to destroy the idol.
They won't be able to follow us into the open sea, or if they do, it'll be to their peril.
As they follow us into the open sea.
Well, currently you guys are traveling along the coast. And as you row your boat,
Ah,
so it's night would fall, and you're not yet at the ship. Are you gonna just do a forced march?
How far do we think it is?
You would know. You would have to go. Let's see, an hour is that 1, 2, another 3 hours.
What do we think?
Well, my con sucks, so
Yeah.
I'd prefer we pull over and rest.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, we can
I'm
pull
not
over and
forced
rest.
marching. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Pull over.
So you're in the kind of cliffy area. There's no shoreline to pull up on. Are you? So you guys would be sleeping on the boat.
Why not sleep on the side of the cliff?
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away and hit the restroom. I'll be right back.
Well, are you guys going to attempt to scale the cliffs?
No, we don't need to do that.
Oh, you don't want to camp on the cliff face? Come on, it'd be super cool.
If we're gonna camp on the cliff face, we're gonna camp on the cliff face.
Right, exactly. It'll be super cool.
I think we just go for the forced march.
No. We'll take a rest.
Okay. Oh, I forgot throughout the day, because Duodesi's never took a long rest. I do need him to be making, like 8 constitution saves.
Ah, well, he's not here.
Yeah, when he gets back. We'll find out if he died of exhaustion.
I told that motherfucker to get rid of that idol. But no, don't listen to me. I'm just the smartest man in the party. Don't listen to me. Don't
The
listen to the
smartest
doctor.
man in the party.
Don't listen to the doctor. Listen to the damn. Let the lawyer do what he wants. He's gonna get us all killed. You gotta control the lawyers, almost as bad as the children.
Alright, well, what are you guys doing?
What we're doing is we're going to take some pythons and drive them into the cliff face and use them to hang up all of our bedrolls like hammocks. So that we can take a proper, comfortable-ish rest
Alright.
against the cliff face.
Okay. How high up are you doing that?
Oh, no, just like right above the, above where the boat is.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
And we commence resting.
Keeping that same watch order?
Sure.
Alright. Well, you guys stick your earplugs in, because they continue bellowing throughout the entire night. But morning comes, and you have all had a long rest.
We'll have to find out if Duodesius died.
Did the
He hasn't been back to roll yet.
I know.
sung by the
Yes, they're still following us and still singing.
oh great.
Well, then we would all get back in the rowboat and continue heading back to the ship.
Where exactly are we going?
Back to the ship. That's
So,
what's confusing about it.
yeah, as you kind of untangle everybody off the cliff face and get into the rowboat, you can see that the creatures are kind of closed up, and they're basically all next to the boat at this point.
Yeah, well, we go back to the ship.
Right, yes, you mean rowing, you kind of bonk into one of them, and they just kind of push the boat back.
But if they've surrounded it.
Yes.
Well,
Still
it'd be nice
bellowing.
It would be nice if the person who had the idol was here.
Yeah, we might need to wait for him.
We might. There is something I can try. If the party would like me to try it.
We'll go ahead and give it.
But otherwise, yeah, we might need to wait.
Yeah. Yep. On a bright, sunny day.
Twidget rummages through Duodecius' bag and pulls the idol out and just keeps putting it up and down so they, stop and start.
The closest one grabs and eats Twidget.
Shucks. Well, at least we got rid of the idol. All right, I'll roll up a new character.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate that Gilbert decided now of all times to step away.
Hmm.
It's been a while since he's taken an inconvenient bathroom break.
I mean, if one of you wants to grab the idol and try something, I'm not going to stop you.
Only thing I'd do it is give it back to the people.
Mister, what people?
Things, whatever. The shark thing. Spider.
The 10-foot long crocodile-like reptiles with dorsal spine sails?
Yes, those. I mean, clearly it's theirs. And they had it buried for a reason. We come along and steal their shit. And now we got some following minstrels.
I think we should just take this act to town and make money off of it.
I mean, I think the town would rather pay you to keep them away. Because they're loud and annoying.
That would work too. Either way, we profit.
We still waiting?
Well,
Yep,
Gilbert's
I did
still not
DM him
back.
to get reply, so
Well, we could kill them all.
I don't know about that.
We could try.
I think just yeeting the idol and moving along is the goal.
Alright. Yeah. Fish the idol out of his inventory with your mouth.
Well, I have my arms back.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot about that.
I pickpocket the wizard.
Alright,
Well, he
can I
isn't
see
here.
I-
Can you see
I
that?
mean, I have a sleight of hand of +7.
All right, I'm back to apparently the worst timing ever.
Yes, you are.
What the hell happened when I tried taking a
We
shit?
cannot proceed further. The reptiles are blocking our path.
Yeah, they've surrounded the boat overnight while they continued bellowing, and you guys slept with your earplugs in. And in the morning, when you try to row, you just bounce into them, and they don't move. They just
Now,
sit there
before that-
bellowing at you.
You might be dead. We need to find that
True.
out first.
You went through that whole day without stopping to rest. So that's 8 hours of exhaustion checks, Gilbert.
Wouldn't I be making the exhaustion checks as I go? And
Yes.
It's been
did
8
we
hours.
also conclude a while back that, it resets at the start of a new day?
No, it only resets if you actually take a long rest. You didn't. You interrupted
Ah.
your long rest.
What we concluded a while back is that it resets if you die.
That too. So at any time you can stop and say you just go to sleep and the party is to drag your ass.
We have a rowboat, so yeah,
Yeah.
just sleep.
You couldn't
Yeah, in
sleep in
that
the
case,
boat.
I'd be sleeping.
Okay. Well, either way,
Interesting.
So-
Apparently one can die from exhaustion for being up for 48 hours.
Oh, no.
That's the way the game's written, right? Exhaustion. You have to make a exhaust check every hour. that you don't take a long rest past the limit. Anyway, but then you took a long rest with the party. And now, yeah, you're in your hammocks above the boat. You know, the crocodiles have surrounded the boat, continuing to bellow at the sky and at you. When you got back in the boat and Squash tried to navigate through them, he sort of bounced into them, but they did not let it pass. And just sitting there, like next to your boat, just bellowing at you.
And to clarify, I've slept now?
Yes.
I produce the idol of Traz Galak.
And they fall silent, lowering their heads into the water, so only like the tops of their, like the sails along their spines are visible.
I attempt to navigate our way past them now.
Are you proficient with water vehicles?
No.
Okay. Well, then just give me a dexterity check.
No, I'm not good at that either.
Well, you're kind of having to finesse the boat through partially submerged monsters.
Jake.
So.
Yep. Bartimus, do
Jake.
you want to take over?
Jake.
Sorry, it takes me 20 minutes to unmute everything on phones. What's up?
You're proficient with water vehicles, correct? I think I remember seeing that on your sheet.
No, I can't. I don't think I am. Where would I find that? Because I don't.
It would be first page on the right-hand side by your languages, proficiencies. On the right-hand column, there would be a list of what you're proficient
yeah,
with.
I am.
Yeah, you should row the boat past all of these velocigators.
Okay, what's the check on that?
If you're proficient with water vehicles, there is no check.
Oh. Well, then.
It's just because no one else in the party is proficient, so they all have to make checks if they want to do it.
Well, then go ahead and get a little scoochy on around.
Alright, yeah, you start scooching the boat around them. Dude, are you keeping the idol out?
Indeed.
Okay.
I have the power.
Alright. You start rowing the boat, following the cliffs, rowing the boat until the sail crocodiles recede into the distance and around the bend, and you can no longer hear them or see them. And then, off in the distance, once you've lost line of sight on them, you begin hearing their bellows again.
After we've lost line of sight?
Yes. Like
What
you
is
go
that?
around a bend, you can't see them anymore, and then you begin to hear their bellows carrying on the wind.
Does it seem to start to get louder again?
Well, they can swim about as fast as you can row the boat. So no, they stay about the same volume for like the rest of the day as you get back to the boat, to your
Oh,
ship.
good. Well, now that we've put some distance between them and us, could I see that idol?
I hand him the idol.
Alright, Squash is going to grab the idol in his hand and start squeezing as he channels one spell slot worth of smiting energy into it.
Okay. Well, roll your smite damage.
Isn't this a Fey Fiend or Undead?
No.
It's just gold, man.
You told me it was demonic.
It's demonic imagery and demonic name.
Oh, I guess they're just responding to it.
Yeah, as you just deform and like damage this idol, it's now only worth about 1,000 gold.
Hey, well, now it's not a demonic image anymore. Now it's
No.
just a lump of gold.
Yeah, it's just a lump of gold now.
I'll keep it. How much did you say it was worth?
Well, the gold weight is about 1,000 gold. The idol actually had like art value to it. That's why it was
Not to
4K.
me. Lump of gold, 1,000.
Yes, that is what you have reduced it to.
My comps were kind of cutting out there. What?
I crushed it in my hand and deformed it so it no longer has value as an art object. It is now just a lump of gold.
Awesome.
Also, it's mine now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going back to the ship.
Okay, yeah, you get back to the ship, getting aboard with your rowboats. The captain turns and says, "Well, where to?"
We make for Tanaroa.
All right.
Wait, are you sure the water we got qualifies?
Oh yeah, it definitely qualifies
Widget waves at you.
with his arms.
That have hands and fingers on them.
So yeah, it works.
Wow, I was really focused on those spell scrolls.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, doing that cost him a point of con, like permanently. But hey, it did something.
Indeed.
And we got 50 gallons of this stuff.
Yep. Which we're not going to be keeping. We're going to be giving it to a guy, but
Yep.
we have it. So yeah, we sail for Tanaroa.
All right. You start sailing for Tanaroa. So you leave your little cove and start heading south. And making that turn to kind of go between the three volcanoes, having the volcanic island off to the south, keeping the arboreal forest to the north. And let's see, I can go. All right. And, so that. So it took you about half the day to get to the ship. Loaded it all up, you start sailing off. As you cut south, night falls. I assume you all go below and start having a rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Morning comes. And kind of like in the morning mist, you can see the volcano to the southwest of you. As suddenly the ship lurches. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. You've just finished another long rest, by the way.
Well, I was a little bit more dexterous a minute ago.
Well, Squash, Galen, and Bartimus all kind of faceplant from the sudden shifting of the deck underfoot, and you smash yourselves into the deck or other protrusions of the ship. Each of you taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As 4 squid-like tentacles emerge from the sides of the ship, and you can hear the screeching of a gigantic squid chewing on the keel. You guys should roll initiative.
Damn it. Didn't we fight this thing already?
No, this is a different thing. This is a giant squid.
Yes.
Are we getting fucking krakened right now?
We might be getting krakened.
Oh,
We playing Sea of Thieves?
Did the
You can
water
give us the
turn
boat.
red?
What Ruffles?
I said he did give us a boat.
Yar har fiddle dee dee.
All right, Galen, what do you do?
I attack one of the tentacles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you run up to the side, kind of leaping on to the balustrade. Roll to hit as you swing your whatever weapon you got at it. Yeah, that hits him.
For 10 points of lightning damage.
All right, yeah, as you shock the shit out of this tentacle, looking like you've hurt it. All right, Twidget.
Let's see. So there's 4 of them. They're kind of like on each post of the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will shoot one of them.
All right. That hits.
Help if I rolled the other 20. That would, you know.
Twidget, now that your arms are back, would you have been continuing to use the dancing sword?
No, I would give it back to you.
Okay.
It's useful with no arms, but not beneficial to me.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Yeah, just so you know. Yeah, you do have that back. I have no issue giving that back to you.
Mm.
All right, yeah, as your bolt rips through one of the tentacles,
Oh!
blood leaking down it.
I did not notice the max damage roll.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Duodecius.
Okay. What kind of creature do I think this is, based off the information available?
Some type of giant squid.
Are these things known for being intelligent?
No.
Okay, then. In that case, give me a second. I'm double checking if the spell has a size limitation. Is it possible to get its tentacles in a 20-foot by 20-foot cube?
Yes. You could get a tentacle in that.
Just one?
Yeah.
That'll work. I cast web.
Okay.
And I go inside.
Okay.
Am I inside?
Yes, you go below decks.
Excellent. Let's see how its tentacle handles getting caught in the webbing.
Mm-hmm.
In the rigging.
Yep. Anything else?
Nay.
All right, Bartimus.
Can I, let's go ahead and be angry.
Okay, you get angry.
I get angry. And then when I do that, I just roll a d8. I guess, right?
I believe so, for that thing.
3. An intangible spirit which go for a pixie of my choice appears within 5 feet of the creature of my choice that I can see. The spirit explodes on each creature within the 5. Yeah, so I summon this spirit and it freaking hangs out next to the tentacle.
Which one? There's 4 of them.
The one closest to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It is a pixie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what pixie is. Or a flump.
Making a flump. We love flumps.
I love flumps. They're my favorite creature.
Okay, then it is a flump.
Okay, so one of these appears next to one of the tentacles.
And he's
And
like,
it blows up.
and then he explodes.
The suicide bomber flump.
The suicide bomber flump, and he has to make a dexterity.
I believe that's at the
saving throw.
end of your turn. Are you ending your turn?
Well, yes, this would be the last thing that I have to do.
Okay.
Apparently, his wild magic pulled a creature out of my campaign.
Right.
Got a suicide vest.
And he failed. So, you guys ready for this big damage?
The 1d6. It's force damage though, so.
It
Indeed.
is force damage.
Yeah, as it does scorch the tentacle there. All right. Squash.
All right. Which one of these tentacles looks the worst?
The one that Twidget shot.
Okay. I will go up to that one that Twidget is fighting, and I will also fight it.
Okay.
We're going to bonus action hex it, and I will
Okay.
try to hit it with my sword hammer.
Alrighty. You hit him.
For 12 bludgeoning. Oh. And 6 necrotic.
All right. You bloody it.
Okay, that's it for Squash.
Okay. These guys. Well, let's see here. 4 tentacles. First one's gonna lash out at Galen. And misses. The second one has been hit by a web. Is that a deck save? Gilbert?
Dex, yes.
And that tentacle is a little tied up and can't attack. The third tentacle. Let's see. I think Twidget's out there.
I mean, I'd be just at the top of the stairs when we started the initiative.
No. It got blown up by a flump, so it's gonna try to smack Bartimus. Does a 12 hit Bartimus?
Nope.
And the last one is going to fight Squash and melee. And misses.
Nice.
Then it is going to attack the ship. Let's see here. So it has... Well, a sailing ship only has an AC of 15. And this is a siege monster, so it does double damage to ships.
Ouch.
So your ship takes 36 points of damage as it begins chewing on the keel.
How much total HP does our ship have?
300.
Ah.
All right. That's all it does. Galen. Galen.
I'm gonna blast it again.
All right. Roll the hit. That's a crit.
$17 points of thunder damage.
Very good. Yeah. Creature is even more bloodied. Anything else?
You know that.
Alrighty. Twidget.
Rinse and repeat.
Alright, well, roll to hit. You pop your head up and fire. And you hit it.
That'll be it.
Alrighty. Yeah, it is starting to look pretty rough. Do Odysseus.
All right. So, maintaining concentration. And actually, what's the most fucked up looking tentacle so far?
They're all equally fucked up.
All right. The one I've restrained,
Mm-hmm.
which everyone should be targeting, I shout. I hit with magic missile.
Okay. Strikes unerringly. Alrighty. Anything else? So you blast little bits of it off.
Yeah, I close the door again and go back and stay inside.
Okay. Barnabas.
Okay, well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a flump out of my magic hat. And throw another one of those as a bonus action.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be sitting there next to the one that's tied up.
Sure.
And then reckless attack the one that's tied up.
Okay. Well, you have advantage.
I fucked that up. Sorry, coach.
It's okay. Just get back in.
Is it bang RR? Is that what I fucked up on? Or just space?
Yeah, no space between the 2 and the D. You hit it.
Dang. I like that shit.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Squash.
Is the one that I'm fighting the one that's restrained, or is it a different one?
Different
Oh,
one.
sorry. Explosion.
And that one's worse now?
I mean, it's all one creature. They all
Oh,
have.
it's all one. Yeah, okay. Then, I don't want to trigger an attack of opportunity, is the thing.
But does restraining the arm not, like, make it easier to hit?
Huh?
Does it?
No, it
The
doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, if the entire creature isn't restrained, then
Right. I mean, it prevented that from attacking with that tentacle.
Fair enough. I'll take that win.
But the creature is larger than your entire web spell, so no, your web can't restrain it.
I have something that might give us advantage. If it's not rolling these attacks at disadvantage, which means it knows where we are, which means it can see us. Yeah,
That's a
what the
good point. I didn't think of that.
hell?
He should have been at disadvantage.
Well, I figured that was built into the stat block, that it's like, oh yeah, if it can see you. It can just see you.
No, it can't, actually. As I said, I fucked up there, so sorry.
Oh. Well, in that case, that means I was going to try to make it afraid of us, but if it can't actually see us, that's not going to do anything. So I'm just going to keep hitting it.
Makes sense. Oh, the
One
20.
hit.
Yeah, one hit.
For a combination of 9 bludgeoning and necrotic, and that's me.
And it is looking to be near death.
Oh well, it shouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah, as it is going to take the disengage action. And
This
the
would be a fun time for Sentinel.
Under.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that arm restrained?
It
You
is.
have to make the save.
Yeah, it did. It's a dex, right?
A dex save, yeah. No.
Okay. Well, yeah, it can't attack with that tentacle, but the creature itself can take the disengage action with the other tentacles and skedaddle.
What I mean is, like, one of its arms
Not-
is stuck. Though,
It's
isn't
not
it?
restrained, Gilbert.
You didn't
It's too
stick
big.
it to the ship, did you? You basically stuck it to itself, and so it can't attack 'cause it's covered in sticky web. But it's not. The creature itself is not restrained.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought with the description of the spell, it'd be like, sticking to the rigging and the mast, and
I don't
No,
think
never
you
mind.
want me to do that.
yeah, that's a good point.
Because
I
this is
don't
a
think I
huge creature with a big strength score. It could very easily decide to simply capsize your boat as a response.
That is actually a good point. I'm glad that you are, in fact, doing it the way you were doing it.
Yes. As the creature runs away, swimming down. Are any of you going to go after it? Are you going to jump into the water and try to chase it down?
How deep is it?
I will.
It looks to be 60 feet down.
I jump over the side with my crossbow.
Yeah, what the hell, I say, let's do it. As I
Okay.
jump into the water and land flat on my face.
Welcome.
Huh? Squash, how are you? Oh, because of water walk. Took me a moment. Does Twitch have water walk?
No, Cloak of the Manaway.
Ah.
Water breathing.
Okay. So you jump into the water and begin chasing after it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, I'm just getting in the water so I can get underneath the water and see it, and then I'm going to shoot it.
okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can jump into the water, look down through the water, and you can see it. You
That's
missed.
the first shot.
Anything else?
Alright. Nope, I'm staying right here.
All right. Yeah, you can see that it is clearly a giant squid. 10 tentacles and 2 big black beady eyes. Do it, Esius.
Is there a porthole nearby?
Sure.
I look out at it. Can I see the creature?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
You can see like a big dark shape down there, but you can't like make it out what it is. It's like 60 feet below the water, and you're at a porthole, so it's like 70 feet away from you.
Uh-huh. That sounds like I have enough visual contact to magic missile.
Yeah, sure. As your bolts string right through the water, nearly hitting Twidget. Mm-hmm.
A lot of threes.
Yeah. Yeah, Twidget, you can see that this creature is not looking healthy. It's barely hanging on.
Yep.
Anything else to do with Odysseus?
Nay.
All right, Bartimus.
You said it's barely hanging on?
From what
Well,
they saw, yeah. You're still on the ship.
Can I jump over? I don't have a swim speed, but can I jump overboard?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I
You
want to jump
plunge-
overboard.
Plunge into the icy water.
Yep. Can I see it underneath the water?
Yeah, it's 60 feet away from you.
All right. Can I shoot it with my hand crossbow?
Yeah. Roll to hit.
And is it possible to practice that?
No, he can't.
Why?
You're shooting underwater.
Yeah, but it's a crossbow. Have you never seen people like?
Oh,
But
no, there's
the
a range
range-
effect. That's right.
You can only shoot up to the short range, so you can only shoot 30 feet with a hand crossbow.
Yep.
Okay, can I drown myself at 30 feet, or is that possible?
Well, do you have a swim speed?
I don't.
Okay, so you are
Can't
at
I
half
just
speed in
sink?
water. Have you ever tried to just sink like in a pool? It's not that fast.
Somebody throw a rock at me.
So you could go 15 feet down. It would still be 45 feet away from you.
And dang. Wait. Can I send my friggin' little guy, my flump?
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Well, it's 60 feet away.
Well, just it looks like I'm just gonna sit in the water and drown. um 20 feet in long range of 60 feet. Weapon leaves my hand. Can I end rage and then rage again?
What, to get the bonus movement?
No, to try to roll a 4 and get 60 feet of throwing my hand axe.
Why would re-raging do that? I'm not sure what you're trying to do.
Because I have the effects, so I would.
He's a wild magic barbarian.
Oh,
I'd re-roll the D8.
It's not 60 feet on the D4 or the 4 on that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna just.
It's normal range 20, long range 60, so you'd still only be able to throw it 20 feet.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just treading water.
All right, Squash. You
okay. How far underwater is that thing?
60 feet.
60 feet straight down?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will run over to it. I'm not sure how far it is across the water.
It's right below you.
Oh, it's right below me.
Yes.
Fantastic. Then, yeah, I will slip the ring off as an item interaction.
Okay.
I do not have a swim speed.
All right. So you can, dive half your movement speed.
15 feet.
Mm-hmm. So it's 45 feet away from you.
Then, as an action, I will dive another 15 feet,
Okay.
dashing,
Mhm.
holding my breath, of course. And then, as a bonus action, I will throw the dancing sword.
What's the thrown range of it?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this sword cuts through the water. You can throw the 30 feet. Does it get to
Yep.
make an attack when you do that?
Yeah.
Well, you should
part of the
attack
bonus
then.
action.
The hit.
4, a combination of 14 slashing and necrotic.
Right. Well, your sword cuts into it. The squid twitches a bit. You see a couple of puffs of ink kind of get squirted out as it then goes still and begins slowly sinking into the depths.
To the depths of the...
Hit the rope.
You guys are out of
Talking to one
initiative.
you, I'm not close enough.
I know. I was shouting to you through the water. Get the rope, and Twitch starts swimming back to the surface, and getting line so he could run down and start tying off the squid to pull it back up.
Oh, I have rope on me.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
we need like
back to the boat.
anchor lines from the ship. Like a regular rope won't be sufficient enough to yank this thing up.
I start shouting to the crew to throw me a line.
Yeah, they throw you a line.
Yep, and I'll dash down there with my 60 feet of swim speed, so I can go all of 180 around for a couple of rounds to start tying this thing off. Encircling it and pulling it back to the ship, encircling it, pulling it back to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Twidget begins moving like a fish through water, tying and lashing the ropes to this gigantic squid. Yeah, and eventually you do tie it off. What are you doing with it?
Well, it's only huge. Do we think we could bring it on deck? Or is it too big?
It is 30 by 10. That would fit on your deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will rock
Hold
it
up.
back to the surface and, with the help of probably several other people, start pulling on the ropes to see if we can get it on board.
Yeah, you've been hauling it up. The 30-foot-long, pale white invertebrate with purple-red splotches on it. It has 10 tentacles, 2 longer than the rest, armed with yellow barbs. It has 2 large, black, dead eyes. As you are eventually able to crane it up out of the water and onto the deck of your ship.
Well, we'll have quite a prize to deliver at Terranoa, or Tanaroa.
A large calamari.
Isn't he cute? Yeah. Well, lunch is served. Probably start the preserve process.
How much do you think this thing will fetch?
I don't know, like 17 gold?
I was thinking like 5 quid. That one's really bad.
Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen the cost of calamari appetizer at a restaurant?
That was the idea.
Yeah. Well, then I think we would continue to be on our way.
All right. You continue on your way, sailing around the coast and cutting across the bay towards Tanaroa.
Yep, Tanaroa.
All right. Yep, spending another night on the ship as you just distances. And in the mid-afternoon, you arrive at the small village of Tanaroa. Pyramids set into the middle of it. Docks. You can see small fishing canoes. as
If we
well.
pull into Harbor, I imagine we'd be showing off our catch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a sneeze?
It might have been. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize for sneezing. Everyone does it.
No, you don't have to apologize. That's just.
I think your mic only caught the back half of it, so it was just like a little.
Your sneeze noise was.
Yeah, like that.
I'm glad I can entertain you gentlemen for the evening.
Yeah.
Well, our ship does need repairs. Or could use them.
Yeah, they don't really have like a dry dock here.
That's a shame.
You know, usually how they repair a canoe is they pull it out of the water, flip it over, and do the repairs on land.
Yeah, they don't have anything to repair this type of boat.
No.
Do they have a magic man?
Well, if you they have a pyramid at the center where the other one was.
Ah, presumably a zombie master.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would ask around to see if the zombie master is available, and if they is, I would take Twidget to go see them.
Okay. The villagers would just kind of shrug when you ask about that. I don't know. Go ask about her at the pyramid.
All right, then we make a call at the pyramid.
All right. Yeah, you show up. The stench of death kind of wafting out of the openings on the sides of the pyramid. Inside, again, is the scent of rotting meat and incense. And the heat is oppressive inside, even more so than out there.
All very familiar.
All very familiar. And as you walk in, you see this rather cheerful-looking halfling humming away while stitching up a corpse.
Did we get the zombie master's name from asking around in town?
You did. Let me just grab it real quick. Why do they put it over here? I need to take better notes. Alright. Yeah, it is Placidia.
Ah, Placidia, zombie master of Tanaroa. Your reputation precedes you.
She smiles a bit, like, oh, sorry, didn't hear you come in. Welcome.
I should have knocked. We've come to seek your services.
Oh dear. Well, what can I do for you?
Well, my young friend here is dealing with, we'll say, multiple ailments. They ran afoul of the wild magic storms that plague this area. They're supposed to be a young boy of 12 years, but they've been aged backwards. They're only 7 now.
Well, that is a most unfortunate fate. I wouldn't want to be stuck as a young gnome either.
Then can you do anything about it?
Maybe. Depends how adventurous you're feeling.
Well, before we get to that, there is one other thing as well. Due to an unrelated mishap, both of young Twidget's arms had to be removed in order to save the rest of them. We managed to get the arms to grow back using the magical waters of the river to the north, but it seems to have harmed his how would you call it? His vitality, his constitution.
Yeah, she gets a bit of a.
His face is okay, but
Yeah, she gets a bit of a pensive. Yeah, the The waters of life and death can cure just about any ailment, but it exacts a toll on the person being cured. There is, no real workaround for it. Not that we found, anyway.
No way to repay the toll, you mean?
Nope.
That is most unfortunate.
She shrugs. Usually people who go for that are kind of on the verge of death type deal, so anything's better than nothing for them.
Oh. Well, we didn't realize there was such a cost associated with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of stuff on this island is like that.
Would he know anything about the red stone and the whole turning into stone hands thing?
That's a good point. That whole problem with Twidget's arms all originated from a mysterious red stone carried by a deceased pirate captain who wandered up out of the ocean. Twidget picked it up and it started, well, just consuming him, starting with his hands. Hence we had to cut them off.
Huh. Well, can't say I ever heard of that. Sounds cursed. Probably don't want to touch it.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch it either. We still have the hands.
Yes, I can see.
No, not those. I mean the ones that were covered in the ruby.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps that might be of interest to you. It is, as I mentioned, dangerous. I would not touch it.
Indeed. But I might be able to find some use for it. What are you wanting in return?
Anything that can do something about Twidget's age problem. Anything that might do something about his constitution even better, but you said there isn't any.
Eat your vegetables. That's how you can improve your constitution.
Well, yeah, he's still young.
But that's your other problem. Perhaps I might have something that'll work for that. But first, those red hands. Can I see them?
Certainly. I think with Barnabas having brought that up, we might have had the foresight to bring them. I don't know if Galen is here.
Mister's carrying him around.
Yeah. Is Mister here?
Yeah,
Is Mister's character here?
maybe not. I don't know.
Mister's
I could
character.
have I could have grabbed him.
Would you have gone with us to the pyramid in the center of town?
Sure, yes, I would have taken the hands.
All right. The zombie master would like to see Twidget's original arms.
All right. I pull them out and show them. I pull them out and lay them down. I'm not opening the bag.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, and she carefully unfolds it to kind of look at the red crystallized arms and hands. She goes, "Oh, well, this is interesting." Well, I will need 2 days to put it together, but I should have a potion and an amulet that, when combined, should help you with your aging problem.
That sounds like we have a deal then.
Excellent. And she wraps the arms back up and kind of sets them aside. And she looks and says, "Well, is there anything else I can help you with?"
Do you like calamari?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's always that.
Yeah, most people do. It's tasty.
Well, I don't know how big your appetite is, but we have quite a lot of it. I don't know if you've been out of your pyramid today.
Nope.
Well, we just brought in a kraken off of the insert name of nearby body of water here.
The sea.
The sea. Well, I assumed they would have some kind of name for it, like a bay of something or other, but I don't know.
No, actually, they do. Hang on. They do in fact have a name for it. Yeah. This Turtle Bay.
Where would that be in correlation to the Sword Coast?
on a completely different world.
This is a homebrew world, Bartimus. This isn't Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out about your background.
Dang. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man, that
you would-
wild magic really did get wild.
You would somehow not be the first thing from the Forgotten Realms to end up in this world.
Another victim of time travel shenanigans.
I would not call Zartmoy a victim
No.
of anything.
Zygdemoy
I
wasn't
just
from
say
Forgotten
no.
Realms. That was from Greyhawk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also, we kicked Sekmoy's ass.
Eh.
I declare that a victory.
You would. Anyway. Yeah, the locals just refer to this as Turtle Bay.
Makes sense. Yeah, I got confused for a second. I thought it was from Tomb of Annihilation, not Temple of Elemental Evil. But no matter.
Turns out that was also built by a Sararak.
Sure.
Anyway.
Every dungeon's built by him.
No, they're not. So, but yeah. She like looks around and is like, I'm not really much of a fishmonger, but I'm sure the locals would buy it off you.
Hmm. Yes, but for what? What's good here?
Well, they have gold.
Oh. well, that-
Usually, I figured people would like gold.
Yeah, we like gold.
Yeah, see?
We came here from Kurakuka, so we didn't know how much stuff you would have here.
Oh, well, not exactly sure how much gold they have, but I'm sure you'll get some.
Hmm.
And we can also trade for like spices and ship stock and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the people here are real friendly. It just, when you head north, because I can see that you're adventuring types, once you get north of the wall, things are going to get a lot less friendly, you know?
Oh yeah. No, we saw a little bit of that. It's where we got that water from.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to ask any questions. Asking
no,
questions
well,
is usually how things end up going badly.
Right. Well, we'll leave you to it. And then with that, I think we would leave to go and hawk some calamari.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, and there are several like fishmongers in the village that are more than willing to buy it, and there's some discussion as to price. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Ah, finally something I'm good at. Is anyone helping me?
I think I'm proficient. I'm in my kitchen. 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm proficient. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. I am proficient.
Excellent.
Does anyone have guidance?
No, well, I know someone does.
What do you need
Well,
guidance for?
you don't really use guidance in social situations. It kind of pushes the other person off, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, no, we'll take the 16.
All right. Yeah, and the village fishmongers are together like, well, none of us have enough money to buy the squid from you. Not in any reasonable fair value.
Or perhaps if you pulled your money.
Well, that is exactly what we're talking about here. So if we pool all of our money, we can get you about 3,212 gold for your giant squid corpse.
Well, I wouldn't want to leave you short on cash. We also need to provision. So we can take the value of that right out of the gold, if that's possible for you to provide.
Well, we have food, we have preserves and water and the like. So yeah, we can absolutely do goods for trade. If you have any need of canoes, spices, herbs, animal pelts, pearls. We got that.
Mm. Yeah, well, I don't know how much we need in terms of provisions. I think Twidget was handling that.
Yeah.
Well, they do start them young these days, eh?
Mm. Oh, well, he's a real bright lad. Also, he got hit by a wild magic surge that caused him to age backwards, but don't worry about that.
Like 500 for rations. It'd be
Okay.
1,000 rations, then we never really have to track it.
Yeah, I like doing it that way.
Well, yeah, they can supply you with a bunch of food.
Yep.
Taking it out of the gold that they offered.
Yeah. How much would that leave the remainder?
2812. $2712.
Okay. I'll let you hold on to that. That's party funds.
Well, Gilbert's party funds.
Oh, well then I'll let Gilbert hold on to that. It's party funds.
Quantity?
What was the initial number under? Was it 33 or 32?
I believe it was 3312.
3312? Okay, then 2812.
Alrighty.
Well, it's been good doing business with you, fine folk.
Certainly. Who knows? Maybe we'll be back again.
Well, you would be more
Aren't
than
we
welcome
hanging out
to.
for a couple of days?
Well, I mean, after we leave.
Ah.
Like, with more stuff for them to buy, was the implication.
Right, yeah, and he just caught a call and says, well, you are fine folk such as yourself are always welcome here in Tangaroa.
Glad to hear it. I think in the time it... Oh wait, how long did she say she needed? 3 days?
2.
2 days. Yeah, then we'll just spend 2 days in town doing whatever.
Okay. It's a small village. There really isn't like a whole lot of like nightlife activities to do. They don't even have an inn. You're sleeping on your ship if you want to be comfortable.
2 days of downtime activities?
Yes, you have 2 days of downtime activities.
Yeah, you hear that, Duodecius?
Let me get the table.
2 days of downtime, so that's 2 spell scrolls.
Now,
Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile.
before we start dealing with whatever the hell Twidget is going to cause,
We should first
boy.
determine what we're all doing and how we'll be interrupted.
well, what I would like to be doing is just like racking our brains trying to find some means of undoing whatever has been done to Twidget by the waters of the River of Life and Death.
Well, off the top of my head, if we encounter a ghost and the ghost scares him badly enough, he'll become older.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his constitution.
Oh. That might adjust with puberty?
What do you think? He'll just grow out of it?
Possibly.
Okay, but like the in-game explanation for that is an ASI.
All right. Let's see what happens on day 1. It's too good to share with you guys, so you'll just have to find out.
Frankly, Squash, I don't think it's something that could be recovered easily. A tome of, I should say, a manual of health would assist. Perhaps potent magic such as greater restoration, or maybe even something greater.
Well, we could go back to some place with a greater concentration of strong magic users and try to get them to do something about it.
Well,
Uh,
there's the matriarch.
Yeah, like
I
that.
Literally
could
a
also-
civilization of mages.
Yeah, I was talking about that kind of thing.
the Magiarch? What?
Yeah, the Magiarchy. The
Megocracy?
the Magocracy. That just sounds stupid.
The Magitocracy.
That's
That
better.
one.
Yeah.
So we have to go and find these magiographers or whatever they're called and get them to heal him.
I mean, I know someone who knows Wish, but he is going to charge us. And I don't think Underdark wants us using characters who aren't in the campaign.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Calls up brother. Yo, Octavius, can we borrow your wish spell?
No.
Exactly.
You can get dial tone. he sends 25 words worth of dial tone back.
No, that's also straight up what they do.
Hey,
Gotta get good.
Dad, do you think you could? No.
That is straight up how the Septimi function. What's that? You're off adventuring? Yeah, no, it's not that you're cut off. Like, you're still happy. We'll still welcome you to family gatherings, but like, we're not carrying your burden. Get good. Skill issue.
Yeah, Goulash is like a reverse deadbeat dad where he's always at home, but you're not allowed to be there.
All right. So, during these 2 days of downtime, there are some odd circumstances that occur in town. Things like, the fishmonger having no fish but a bunch of chickens. And for some reason, the pigs having been painted purple.
One of those things kind of makes sense.
Underdark. I would like to rack my brain for knowledge of the arcane that might have caused such an unusual phenomenon.
Sure, make an Arcana check.
You rack your brain. There's a loud clacking noise as your frontal lobe is ejected out your nostril.
Well, it might have something to do with the fact that Twidget was carrying a can of purple paint at one point yesterday. Also, the locals sometimes seem to lose track of the pigs when they're purple.
All of the locals that have that problem had half orc heritage. Squash, have you seen Twidget? Last I saw him, he had a bucket of paint.
Shall we go look for Twidget?
Yes.
I'm gonna go find the little fucker.
All right, how are you guys doing that?
Is there like a map of the city?
No.
Oh.
Tiny remote village on an island.
You know, like in the center of town is the pyramid, and then there are huts all around it, kind of filling out the city. And on the edges and the periphery, you have farms.
Do any of the huts look to have some smoke?
Yeah, so several of them have smoke.
Do any of them look like they have smoke coming out of places where they shouldn't have smoke coming out of?
Make a perception check.
Oh, what is my phone doing?
No, you
Guess
don't
not.
see any.
Yeah. Well, just gonna start flipping doors. Well, knocking on doors respectfully first. But really just trying to find the little bastard.
Okay. Well, you start knocking on doors, going door to door. Most of them just kind of shrug and like, kids run around, man. Don't know what to tell you. You know, they don't pay attention to the kids. And it would probably be about that time. So Twidget,
Yep.
there's really only one restricted place in town.
Yep.
So
I laughed.
Yep. So, I suppose you'd be trying to sneak your way in there, wouldn't you?
I would.
Well, why don't you give me a stealth check?
Assuming it relies on being quiet.
And also unseen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of sound. As you sneak your way in, avoiding, the obvious humming halfling as she's working on other stuff. You're probably sticking more to the periphery, and you would come across a locked wooden door.
I unlock it.
Well, make a thieves' tools check. Yeah, there's a little click.
I open the door.
Yeah, you open the door. And inside, you can see that it appears to be a janitorial broom closet.
Huh.
On one side you have a bucket, a mop. The other side has like a little stepladder. And in the middle is this undead that seems to be rather aggressively moving towards you at the moment. You should roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Well, you go first. What do you do? Oh, you start your turn in within 5 feet of it. So you do need to make a con save.
Ah, okay.
It is very stinky, and you are now poisoned.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Well, I would like to bonus action disengage.
Uh-huh.
Back up.
Uh-huh.
Item interaction, close the door.
Okay.
And then action, reverse pick the locks.
Okay, make a thieves' tools check. All right, there's a little click as you lock the door. Anything else to your turn?
Nope.
All right. Let's see. This guy bangs on the door. Doesn't damage it, though.
I just move away.
All right, make a stealth check as you move away from the door. As you hear the halfling yelling, Jebediah, do keep it down.
Oh, this is too fun.
And it's probably like as you're like sneaking away that Bartimus would see you. You know, as you're near the entrance to the pyramid at that point.
There you are, you little shit.
I don't know Bartimus that well, so pull us some rope and AT-AT his ass, and then run away.
Wait, what? Oh,
I only
you
trust
gonna...
Squash.
No, you're not. Absolutely not. I'll fight it. I'll challenge it.
Oh no, Twidget, come back. Oh no.
Galen's just waiting for Twidget to fucking die.
Okay, Squash was busy eating. What did Twidget do?
I found a locked door inside the pyramid, and I opened it, and there was a zombie in there. And so then I closed it and relocked it and ran away. And now I'm outside the pyramid, and Bartimus has spotted me, but I don't quite trust Bartimus yet. So I am attempting to tie his feet up and run away.
And how are you?
Twidget, there you are.
Ah.
Making trouble with Bartimus, are you?
Twidget runs and stands behind Squash's leg, and then peeks out at Bartimus.
Go and tie him, would you?
I mean, he didn't tie him. I think he was more like he just like chucked a hunk of rope at his feet
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
to try to
then he can
trip
untie
him up.
What's with you guys and tying me up? Jesus.
Well, the first time it was because we didn't know you.
Yeah, the second time was because they knew you.
Yeah. The first was out of unfamiliarity. This one was out of familiarity.
You're a bunch of weirdos.
You guys are a bunch of weirdos.
It was the kid that did.
And now you're all fined for being a bunch of weirdos.
And sane.
I should be, there should be some kind of class action. I should have some.
Well, look,
Class
look,
action
look.
requires multiple people to be on your
If-
side.
No, he
If
can do a
you're
class of
looking-
one person.
If you're looking to file legal complaints under the Ravam legal system against the child Twidget and Squash, by all means, here's my business card.
Hey, you're not filing charges against me, I know that. For one thing, you have no jurisdiction here.
All right.
Who's
So
gonna
our
pay my
time
indecent
in
exposure
town
charges?
passes with entertainment and lawsuits.
I gotta recoup some funds from the indecent exposure.
There you go.
Oh, don't worry. The court has put a lien on your party income. Man, I've got quite a racket going here. I've liened Bartimus. I'm holding on to Twitch's money in trust.
Sir, do you have proof of lien?
Yes, right here.
There's no signature on that from myself.
I hand you a styrofoam cup of mysterious purple liquid.
And without my signature, there's no validation that that's actually my debt.
But you see, hold on, are you a Ravam citizen?
Wait, Pete, was that flavor aid you gave him?
No, it was lean.
I don't get it.
Purple drink.
For the uninitiated, lean is a beverage made by mixing Sprite with cough syrup. It's purple. Traditionally served in a styrofoam cup.
I
Nice.
can't say I've ever heard of that, but okay.
Ah, well.
I'm from Wisconsin. I've never heard of that.
It is
No,
informally
that
known as
makes
purple
sense.
ranch.
Yeah.
There's a certain demographic in which lean is consumed, and Wisconsin is known for not having very much of that demographic.
Southerners?
No, I bet you there's one or two trap houses in Wisconsin. At least.
People with a little bit more melatonin in their skin, Gilbert.
Melanin.
That's racist.
No,
Not melanin, Ruffles. Not melatonin.
melatonin.
People with
Mel-
more
Ruffles.
melatonin.
Melatonin is the thing that you get from eating
Melatonin.
turkey.
The cough syrup sure will make him sleepy, but still.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is the wrong word.
All right, but
Right. Oh my god.
Artemis, are you a Ravum citizen?
What?
What country
No,
are
he's
you
from the Forgotten Realms, remember?
Oh, that makes him a
Well, I don't remember.
non-citizen.
It's from it's the
What does
Forgotten Realms.
Ravum say about non-citizens?
That they should be conquered.
I already tied him up.
Well, all right.
Wait, does that mean he counts as an extraplanar entity? If we banish him, will he stay gone?
No. Not how that works. He is not an outsider.
Oh.
Twidget, quickly, stick the Ravum flag in him.
We're just not a Raven citizen. He's a citizen of the Duchy of the Bay. That's where he's
Come on,
from.
Twidget, help me out here.
Stick your flag up your own ass.
Yeah.
Sadly, Duodecius doesn't have Ravum flags on his person at all times.
Twidget pulls one out of his bag. All right, anyway.
Wow. Well, the 2 days pass relatively uneventfully.
Aside from all the missing pigs that are right there.
Actually, practically speaking, would I be able to spend these 2 days learning some of the local law codes?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're able to basically learn their entire law system, which is boils down to don't be a dick. It's clan law. They don't really have like a codified law system.
Right. But now I know some things.
The law of the first bar I drank at. That was the only rule they had. They did not card.
Interesting. The Fiedelberg clans don't card people.
But don't be a dick.
Interesting.
Looks like you're
Well-
going to jail.
It had 2 rules. If you have a military ID, you can drink. You don't have to. You just have to show the military ID. The second rule is don't be a dick.
But the 2 days pass, and on the morning of that second day, or the third day, I think that's where we'll call it this evening.
Splendid.
Alrighty.